all our mainstream medias. But unfortunately, in the country that we are in right now, that is a controlled country, these discussions are not being heard. We're going to be having them on the platform today. So, guys, welcome. And if it's your first time of joining us on the platform, probably you heard about the violence space somewhere, and you're like, okay, let me go hear what this part is discussing there. You are welcome. If it's your second time, you know what you got the last time. That's why you're back here again. And if it's your third time, you are now a regular. And to all our wonderful day one violencers from day one, we are like play, we are going to 2 years now. Like play. We are going to 2 years on this platform. Twist month is a very, very special month. It's a month that comes with mixed feelings, nostalgic feelings for many of us. A month that many of us saw our dreams cut short. It's a very, so I think it's going to be a very, very memorable month for many of us. As we go through the spaces, we're going to definitely check how we're going to plan the space going forward, in a way that we remember what we have done, remember remember what we're up against, and remember that this battle is indeed not a sprint but a marathon. And a whole lot of us have totally abandoned this the battle. Many people are already worn out. Many people have given up on the one Nigeria. Many people have given up on of which, as I stand right now, I rightfully understand any position any person pick or stand on right now as pertaining to this country, because it's been crazy. It's been crazy. But we on this platform will remind ourselves of what we have achieved, or how far we have come as a people, and how far we are going, and how far are we willing as a people to go. These are the questions going forward in this month of February we'll be asking. But before I jump into the conversation today, guys, I just want to welcome every single one of you beautiful souls that have joined us today again. Even to the children of the roasted corn that always come here. Roasted corn children, you know, when I used to cite people before, I used to block people, but right now people will enter anonymously. No wahala. Come here and get knowledge. Come here and get educated, because if there's something you guys lack, is the brain power to understand what we were saying. I'm telling you guys that we'll get to this point. We are right now in as a country. So you guys are also welcome to the platform. So guys, before I jump into the conversation, as I always indulge all of you, I say Nigeria is already difficult on itself, that I cannot even start adding extra courses on any Nigerian right now, because whether you like it or not, you wake up tomorrow and Nigeria can be happening to someone. And I just want to use the next few minutes. It's our rituals on this platform. It's our normal template on the platform. When you are joining us, as you're listening to the sound of my voice, whatever platform you're using, I indulge you to take the next few seconds, the next few minutes to share the space, to like the space, retweet the space, do something to let the world know that the number one space on X is back and we are up and running. Now we're taking no prisoners as usual. So please, guys, take the next few seconds, next few minutes, and just retweet the space, share the space, and also get people into the building. Because as we're speaking right now, we as a platform, I keep saying this all the time. I emphasize on this because I'm so happy that I'm in the point of my mind that if God says, Saddam, oh yeah, come tomorrow and give accountability, I will give accountability with my chest and say, I did my very best as a person fighting for a new country. I did my very best as a person using the platform you gave me to propagate this gospel as far and wide as possible. We have people behind the scenes that have spent, for the past 2 years, we have been streaming Violence Space, repeated editions on the Violence radio station. There is no fund coming from anywhere. It is people's funds that have dedicated it to doing this stuff, making sure that this conversation goes far. Because for us, information is our greatest weak point or asset as a people. The lack of information is a weakness to us, and the power of information can be an asset to us. So we as a people, we are making sure that as we're having these spaces, we are streaming it as far and as wide as possible. It's not as if we cannot. For me, as normal space, we just hold space on Twitter and go. But for me, I will never come out here to say I want to come and do here and catch crews. No. I feel that every violence space is a very pivotal moment of exchanging knowledge. Either I learn from someone or I'm able to impart knowledge to someone. And if I can impart knowledge to one person, I feel very, very, very fulfilled. And for me, that's why we make sure that we have this space streaming across multiple platforms. We're trying to stream this space on Facebook, it's on YouTube, it's on the Violence radio station, and it's streaming anywhere you are in this planet. If you're a mass, you can join this space. If you're not on Twitter, you can join this space. So we have done all these things ourselves. And I ask myself, and I challenge every single one of you on the platform every time I come here. I love challenging people because I challenge myself. As I say, what have you done? What are you doing? This one Nigerian can come out on Twitter and complain, hey, Tinubu is this, blah, 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 blah. What are you doing? I challenge everybody, my circle of friends, they know me, I'm always demanding, I'm challenging. What are you doing? What are you doing? Are you always coming? Are you the chief complainant, or are you the person that you're in the midst of your complaining, you're seeking solutions, you're trying to do something, you're trying to impact? What are you doing? That is a challenge I always leave with you guys on the platform. If we can have 1 million Nigerians ready to ask questions and challenge themselves, honestly speaking, we're on the path to progress. And that is what we are doing as a community on this platform, challenging ourselves to be better citizens, to be better Nigerians, and at the same time, never to allow the criminal drug baron have any resting place. And when I say, guys, welcome to the Vawulence space, so please, guys, take the next few seconds, retweet the space, share the space, like the space. Let's get this conversation going on. Thank you, everyone. Welcome in Nigeria. Still of you requesting for the mic. I will be bringing you guys up. As we always say, the Vawulence space time has changed. For those that just joined us today again, I have to emphasize on this. Our times now is from 8 p.m. Nigerian time, Tuesdays and Thursdays. And honestly speaking, I'm saying this because there are some days I wake up and I don't feel like this space, and I will not host the space. I'm not going to come out and say that commitment of last year will be here this year. God knows. I'm saying this for you guys to understand. There are some days that we'll just wake up and even on Tuesday, we never ask. Well, you guys must have noticed we scheduled the space last. It didn't come out till like I was very busy that day. Webby Nigeria was also busy. We're almost not having our Tuesday space, but it was the last minute. Okay, let's just do it. And so it shall be going forward. So it's not going to be like every Tuesday and Thursday it is sacrosanct. No, there's no sacrosancy, because the criminal drug baron has shown us with the criminal INEC system that there is nothing as sacrosanct in Nigeria anymore. If 25% of Abuja cannot be sacrosanct, we safe. This space will not be sacrosanct. The day we are powerful, we'll do it. The day we are not powerful, we will rest as the people. Like you people that are resting and listening to us talk, because talk itself is no easy. Thank you very much, and God bless you all right, guys, let's get the show started as we always do on the platform. Please feel free to engage. Feel free to, request the mic. We're going to be having an open floor. Our submissions are not going to be long as usual. We're here from 8 to 11. Hopefully, by God's grace, 11 is 11, not when it is 10:35 or 10:45. You start requesting mic, and you now say, we'll not give you mic. We are not that. I beg you. I know I'm saying this thing. Please, if you come up on time, you bring you up on time, and everybody speaks, and we have a very wonderful conversation. Thank you very much. All right, guys, let's go back to the Tinubu destruction of the economy. We are back on it, as we always say. As I said the last time, I said this economy, it will keep turning and turning and turning on its own. It will keep going down and down and down the drain, because it is very, very important to understand this thing, that this man came into office with only one slogan: it is my turn. He had no plans. He doesn't understand basic of economics. He doesn't understand governance. All he understands is stealing power. And for me, I feel like most times I try to. I'm a very, very, people think I'm brutal. I'm a very, very empathetic person. You know? I try to think from the angle of our children of the roasted corn, our brethren that are on the other side of the aisle. I try to think like them sometimes. I'm like, is it what really convinced these people, apart from tribalism and bigotry, that made? I know a majority of his supporters are people that voted on him based on tribalism and bigotry and religious sentiment. But it's a few that probably thought it wise that maybe this man has something to offer. Maybe he truly has something to offer. I try to look from their own angle. I'm trying to wonder what really convinced you that Ebola Tinubu will come into today's Nigeria. And I'm not trying to say that Ebola Tinubu probably in 2014 would have made a better president than Buhari. I'm not saying, because I believe that probably 2014 he would have made a better president than Buhari. But with the times that we're in right now, they say drastic times call for drastic effort. How do they put that, make that quote? We're at a very drastic point in our nation's history. That point whereby we know it's a break or mar moment for Nigeria. We're at that point where Peter Obi was saying there is nothing to steal again. We're at that point whereby you're meant to drop every primordial sentiment and just think about. In fact, we are at an ocean that was in a boat that was already sinking. We're already seeing the water get into this boat. But some people felt that maybe I can swim and maneuver this ocean, thinking the ocean is Olympic-sized swimming pool. Not knowing that this is the Pacific, not even Atlantic Ocean, the Pacific Ocean, where they vex. That is the point where we were at last year. That Buhari had the audacity to come out and say, when I leave, you will miss me. He had something backing him when he made those statements. He understood the damage that had been done to the economy of Nigeria. And so, I kept thinking, I said, what is it that made any sane person come out and say, okay, after looking at all these indices, how Nigeria is going down, how APC messed up, let's even say Tinubu was Osibanjo. The failures of APC in the past 8 years, was it not enough for Nigerians to say, you guys don't deserve a second tenure? And when I'm saying Nigerians now, I'm saying plus the elite class. Because when we're talking about the affairs that happened in the last year elections, that is exactly a year from this month, we know that from every verifiable source and from everything on ground, Bola Ahmed Tinubu lost the elections. So when I'm speaking about Nigeria, I'm talking about plus the elite class, the ones that connive within their evil association to make sure that man became president. Because they are the ones that said, okay, let us settle and give him. Probably he has overbribed them, probably he has overpaid them, probably he has their nudes, probably he has, because I've heard that he's a cheap blackmailer, he has his ways of blackmailing people. And one thing, they said, okay, let's settle for a Bola Ahmed Tinubu. And today, 9 months later, Nigerians are feeling the brunt of a man that understands nothing about governance. A man that understands nothing about economy. A man that understands nothing about security. A man that understands nothing about poverty alleviation. A man that understands nothing but to steal, loot. It's a consequence of what we're seeing right now. Before I started this place today, I was on Tunde Industries, and I saw what is this called, this man? This popular Yoruba singer, a legend. I think was you. Huh? He has composed song of cry, begging. Oh, Tinubu, beg him. They're all crying. All these people that campaigned and begged him are now crying and forming like, oh, you have a good heart. Please, because help us. Nigerian case have passed whether you have good heart or not good heart. It is. Do you understand what it takes to take this country out of this sinking ship? You know, he does not have it. People that have surrounded themselves with, and I was thinking, okay, all the campaign talks that on Tinubu was, he knows how to assemble good thing. He knows how to assemble this. These were the talking points for Tinubu. Okay, we don't need him. We need his brain. You will use this brain and assemble good. And many people were convinced and believed and bought into that lie. We need his brain. We need his brain. And young Nigerians participated, and we saw them on social media like us now, campaigning vigorously for that man. Fighting us, calling us different sort of names, because we told them, listen, this man should be able to come out and talk to Nigerians. This man should be able to come out for debate his ideas. Then you choose from the debate. Not people telling you, I had a call, I had a chat with Asiwaju, and Asiwaju laid down his plans for me. Now I have renewed hope. Not influencers influencing you to vote. What have Tinubu told you with his own mouth that made you believe that Tinubu will save Nigeria? You heard nothing from this man. Instead, he went and said a town hall different from Bala Blue Blue. We saw the gaffes. We saw it real time. And here we are, so people today. Nigeria is dead. It is unfortunate truth. It is painful, but it has to be said. Nigeria is dead. And it can only, I don't know, when Nigeria, you come and give us the dollar equivalent from last sentence. I don't know that it has gone up or it has gone down. But one thing I am certain is that with this administration, it will be hell on earth. That was my January message for obedience. I said, I pray that God will look into your heart of every single one that did not participate in bringing this calamity upon Nigerians and find a way out for you people. Find a way out for all of us. I pray sincerely for our people. But the truth is that God will not come down and do for us what He's meant to do, we are meant to do for ourselves. He will not come down and stop kidnappers from not kidnapping people. In fact, I know 3 obedience have been kidnapped. I mean 4. 3 are out. Personally, I don't know about you people. It is now a norm. So nobody is can be absorbed from what's happening in the country. The rain falls on the good and the bad. The sun shines on the good and the bad. The moon gives light to the good and the bad. The same thing with governance. It touches every single one of us. And today, Nigeria economy is dead. You carry criminals and make ministers. You carry criminals and make SSAs. You carry criminals and make PAs. How in a country that has nothing? All the oil that we have, you already use oil and borrow money. The oil that we have now that you're going to, people are wanting. I read a breakdown of the Dangote refinery. Even though I believe what they wrote that they are actually importing fuel to say it is a refinery that is refining the fuel according to Nigerians. We don't even have crude oil. If Dangote's refinery is actually up to optimum and ready to work, we don't have crude oil to supply him. Why? Because the crude oil we have, they are already high. Oh God, APC. If Nigerians, if we understand where we are, so people, honestly speaking, I don't know how to explain what the information I have in my head. Sometimes I just have headache when I think about Nigeria. I was my friends and I was like, guys, my head is paining, and they say, Nigeria was telling me they give you headache. When I sit down and I think about the fact that the oil revenue that we are meant to export oil and get money, the oil that we're exporting as we speak right now, they have already borrowed the money. APC have already borrowed the money of oil that me and you are expecting. As if they want to export for the next 6 months. They have to give Nigeria money, generate income for us. APC is not getting the money up front. And they have squandered it. There is freaking no. So when you see when they're coming and tell you, people are telling that Otilo, if it is truly over in the country, it is unfortunate, but that's the truth. That's what we found ourselves as a people. So you see, with a damaged economy, the reality on ground is that there's going to be increase in crime, there's going to be increase in hardship, there's going to be increase in every kind of social vice that you can think of. There will be an increase in prostitution. There will be an increase in Yahoo. There will be an increase in drug dealing. There will be an increase in kidnapping. There will be an increase in ritualism. There will be an increase in everything negative. That is our reality as the people. So my brothers and sisters, I just want to drum that, and I always am I'm saying this because for me going forward it's important that because we have a whole lot of foreigners that come on our spaces, it's important that our topic messaging is very clear and absolute. That Tinubu, his name has to be up there. Let them know that his name is associated with the destruction of the economy of Nigeria. Nothing else, nothing more. He is responsible for our economy being in shambles. A man that it took him in less than 9 months, a body called ECOWAS. I don't know how long ECOWAS have been in existence. So I heard it's 19 something. So please, if you have this, listen, please let us know. But I know it's over 40 something years. ECOWAS have disintegrated under Tinubu. Under Tinubu, we are hearing Yoruba nation are not agitating. Yoruba nation are not protesting. Let's know they started under Buhari, but they have intensified their efforts. Now, Nigeria is being disintegrated under this freaking criminal as we speak. In our very before. Why? Because as it stands now, it looks like the center does not hold anymore. Nobody freaking cares. But if there's one thing that we're united in right now in the country is we're united in terrorism. We're united in kidnapping. We're united in Fulani terrorists. I made this submission on the violence case when we came back, and I said I got information from the security personnel, and he told me, he said, Saddam, I'm sorry to tell you this, so there's going to be trouble in Nigeria. And the Southwest will feel the heat. And if you guys can remember, I made that submission on this space. And we had that space a day after. I was on a phone call with somebody, one of my friends, and I told this person, and a day after, Ibadan bombing happened. And I called that man, he was like, I told you. And more of this will happen. Nigeria is currently at war, and we, the citizens, don't even know it. All our forestries, and I'm not saying this so that if you today, if you are laughing at Ekiti, which for me, I can understand if you want to laugh at them. Do not laugh too much, because the same people that perpetrated that act in Ekiti are in the forestry in your house. I hope you guys have seen video of the ones in Delta, somewhere in Delta State. A committee in Delta State are complaining. I hope you're seeing videos from Edo State. I hope you're seeing videos from Enugu. These guys are everywhere. Ready to kill, ready to kidnap. They are everywhere. And I heard they have been imported from Mali. Did you see the videos of the guys that they caught? I think it's I'm taking caught in with the one with the mouth. They like saying mouth. They like Adamu Garba mouth. When I see that picture, that video, where the guy does the look, saying white. You see, does those guys look like Nigerians to you? They caught some in Imo State yesterday also. They are in every state in the country ready for them to blow whistle. Then they start showing Nigerians fire. And it will happen. So my brothers and sisters, please, while I'm calling on every one of us to be actively condemning what happened in Ekiti State. Please, if you want to laugh at them, or you want to laugh at the people, I will not hold you. How you react, as I always say right now, how anybody in Nigeria react to what's happening in Nigeria, you have every right to do it. You are justified. But while you're doing that, your reaction, remember that the same people that killed those two kings in Ekiti, their brothers are close to your kings in your home. They are close. And it will reach everyone. And for me, I'm just here to call out these fucking criminals, these children of the roasted corn that have always known how to amplify crisis, especially in the southeast. If two people, and you see Nigeria is a very funny place. Nigeria is very funny people. In the midst of everything happening right now, the safest region in Nigeria is the southeast. As we speak now, based on facts, empirical evidence, and everything, the safest region right now in Nigeria is the southeast, and the southeast is not even safe. the Southeast is not even safe, but it is still the safest region in Nigeria as we speak right now. When last did you hear killings in the Southeast? But you see these children of the roasted corn, these children that they use their placenta and serve sango, coming out every 2 seconds. And blah, 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 blah. Look at what happened. Just think of what happened in Ekiti in the past 1 week. Imagine that thing happened in Ebonyi State, or Anambra State, or Enugu State. I saw people openly posting, justifying, and trying to tribalize the kidnapping. And I'm asking myself, are we living in a twilight zone or something? My Southwestern brothers and sisters, please, as I called on you people earlier on, and you guys took up that challenge, I said, speak loud so your voice will be louder than the Ronu voice. Please also speak loud right now and cry so that your cry will be heard. Do not take the part of the North that kept quiet for 8 years while the North was brutalized and killed because our brother is in power. Do not drink poison because it is served by your tribal corp. Be loud and be loud and be so loud. I love how some of our sons down with them, Daddy, God bless you, Mommy B and the rest, that have kept this Ekiti case on the front burner. Because as it's happening in Plateau State, it's not in South, it's in Ekiti. Tomorrow, although happened a few days ago, few weeks ago, Osun is close. You're just close to Lagos. And as I'm speaking, I am certain there are sleeper cells of these guys in Lagos. It's just a matter of time, Lagos will tick. And then reality will dawn on all of us that insecurity, like bad governance, does not discriminate. Guys, welcome to the Vawulence space. Let's have an amazing conversation as we always do. I still have a requesting for the mic. Will bring as much as possible up. Thank you to all of you wonderful people on the platform. I still have blue tickers. I don't call names at the beginning of this place. If you guys know as we run it here, at the end of this place, I'll take up my time to acknowledge every single one of you on the platform. But thank you guys for joining us, the Vawulence space. Let's have these conversations. Let us speak today on the topic. Well, in Nigeria, let me circle back to you right now. Good evening.
And that's what God is telling our Father in the Lord. If you decide to vote, if Tinubu wins, all of you are going into joy. That is God has spoken. Just let it go live. Let it go live as spoken. Just we have said it. Let me say it in English so that the world is if Nigerians vote for APC, Nigeria will sink. In poverty, and the economy will be in shambles. If the government of APC continues, Nigeria will suffer extraordinary. I'm not in support of anybody. As a matter of fact, I don't vote. And I will never vote. I am telling you that we have never seen hardship before. Then is when we now experience more hardship. We will be sick, the economy will be sick. I'm not saying anybody should like.
All right. Good evening. Good evening to everybody on the space. Emir Saddam. Good evening. I can see Mommy B. I can see Flag Boy. I can see Dr. Mo. Hopefully, we might be able to get Dr. Mo to speak today. I know the last time we were struggling with our Probably's network. I can see everybody on the space. Barrister Juliet, Auntie Anka Dede, Mary White, Mr. Kola Day. Everybody on the space. I can see our sister Dizzy. Dizzy, I can see you. Sorry for your loss. This is one of our very silent but hard pushing obedience. Sorry for your loss. She lost her mom recently. I can see everybody on the space, really. Like, if I can't call your name, apologies. Like Saddam says, I just try to call as much people as I can see early on the space so that those that come early can get their credit than some people sneak in sometime at the end of the service. So welcome to everybody on the space. I know Saddam had said it earlier, but in case if you missed it, I think if you are just joining, make it a point of duty, a point of default to try to retweet the space. And the purpose for that, for me, is so we can get, a lot of people that are devastated. I think being around spaces like this, so in this current time in Nigeria is medicinal. Like it may help your mental health, because if all you consume or everybody you deal with or meet every now and then, because you see this inactiveness of citizens, or partial inactiveness of citizens, it's all over the place. Even in diaspora, I'm sure, like I say sometimes, I'm sure those of you in diaspora, you come across Nigerians every now and then that don't even know what's happening in Nigeria. It's not like they don't know, they're not even interested. So it becomes a burden for you if you love the idea of what Nigeria can be. So I mean, it's okay for you to retweet the space so that we can get more people in here, and also in the process try to, because the truth is that what we really need to do right now is to spread our feelings and our knowledge. So I think a lot of us know what is wrong with Nigeria. I think a lot of us know, especially those of us on maybe, at least those as far as those that I know on X. I think a lot of us know what's wrong with Nigeria, and we even know the solution, right? But out there are not so many people that they know that there's a problem, but considering the media brainwash, the shortage in real news, it's very difficult for them to, people are so uninformed and all that. So it's why it's important that the more people we are able to, it's almost like a brand. So we need to be able to pass this brand along to say, okay, Nigeria is in a deep problem. Yes, the problem is for real. I think the beginning and the end of the problem is APC for me. And I can't mince words about that. The beginning and the end of Nigeria's current problem. And one thing about problem is, if you don't solve your current problem, you may never solve the one in the future. APC may not be Nigeria's only problem, but is why I don't support. I don't succumb when people come and say things that we used to complain about the government, but we too, we are. For me, I just think that is some really dumb conversation. As of now, the only problem we have, the major problem we have, the first and only problem as far as I'm concerned in this very moment is APC. As in, I don't regard any other thing as a problem. For me, APC is the problem. Is a problem, as in it's a bone on the neck of Nigeria as a country and Nigerians as people. So I really wish there's a way to infest people with that mindset. It may not make them do something immediately, but I think there was a video on social media today. I saw it a couple of times. It was quite irritating. A couple of people, I think it was some campaign in Lagos, and so you see those kind of people. You should ask yourself that just see people. But I can't blame them. Because what they see from where they are is very, very limited. You get what they see from where they are is very, very limited. So it's why we need to do the little we can. I don't even think retweeting a space or getting on the space is enough. I don't even think but I think it contributes something. So it's why I think it's usually important to keep having the conversation, keep getting on places where the conversation is being had, so that you keep yourself first informed and mentally checked. Then when you also go out there and you have to have conversation with people, you know what to tell them. Don't be in a place where they're having a conversation and all you can just do is Abi, now wow. And everybody just laments, but nobody knows the problem. I think people just, do a lot of sighing, a lot of, but you can't tell them there's this problem. Look at where the source of the problem is. If we deal with this, we can, we can make progress. So it's very, for me, and I feel like that's like, that should be the very least of your long-term plan for every Nigerian. It should be the best. I see myself getting into a conversation with white people that probably don't know what the map of Nigeria looks like. And before I go halfway in the conversation, I'm talking about Nigeria's problem. Like I'm talking about Nigeria's bad leadership, right? And even I think I was saying it on some space. It was one MMC space on some time last week. I said I was talking with a lady from Poland, right? And I was just talking about, when you talk about the problem of Nigeria to some people, they can't relate. Every country has problem, but the kind of problem that some countries' problem now is, the transportation, they need more timing. Carbon, CO2 emission. They're talking about that's the kind of problem some countries have now. They don't have problem with some dumb idiots trying to kill people because they want land. They don't have problem with that's really not their problem, right? So it's you just see all this and and so on. I was telling some people, I said, at some point in that conversation, the person asked me, was like, because of course Nigeria is a very interesting place. I try to talk good of Nigeria in the sense of the people in Nigeria, right? Because I know Nigerians are very lovely people. So when you talk about the people and they're like, so what about tourism? And when she asked me about tourism, like in my mind, I already knew where that conversation was going. I already knew that, these white people, for the next thing, she'd be like, I would like to visit your country. And nobody knows what's happening, probably saving money for it. Or if she has the money already, probably wants to, start a plant. And the first thing that came to my mind is, are you sure you want to talk? You want to say, like, in my mind, in my patriotic part, in the patriotic part of my mind, I want to say, Nigeria is so cool. There are so many nice places. You could go to the plateau, you could see this, you could go to this place, you could, it's like so lovely places. And something just told me that, like I say, jail, they call you. Now, jail, they call you like this. Because in my mind, I was like, what if, currently in Nigeria, everybody's life is on 50-50. As in, you go out each day, it's 50-50. Like, it's really 50-50. Like, there's someone there that's trying to kidnap you. There's someone there that's just trying to kill you. There's someone there that's just trying to rob you, that's trying to, whether you're poor, you're rich, or whatever, it's just sharp 50-50. Then if God now, for some reason you fall sick, Law, it's don't be for you. Like don't try to fall sick in Nigeria as it stands today. So I was like, what if she goes and on one of these trips to somewhere in Plateau and wants to, or maybe Taraba, wants to visit Mambila, they kidnap her, and I said, during investigation, then I said, they've kidnapped one citizen of so country. How did she get there? And I said, it's one person that recommended the country, probably facilitated the process. I was like, no, I can't do that to myself. So I just told her straight up, it's a cool place, but I don't think this current time is not the best of time, right? So for me, I think we need to put our house as in Nigeria together, and that's the only way forward for the economic disaster. It's not going to get better. I'm very sorry. I'm very sorry if it sounds harsh or if it sounds. It's not. It's not going to get better. To be honest, and this is really reality for me. I believe if you know your problem, you can solve the problem. So I think the problem in Nigeria is that a lot of people know the problem, but we try to create another way out. Like we try to, we don't want to face the real problem. It's fine. Let's be there until we are ready to face the real problem. But as it stands now, for so many reasons, it is not going to get better. For dollar, I have good news. I can't believe I'm saying good. It's good news, but I don't fall for Nigerian mediocrity. But I mean, relatively, it's somewhat of good news, right? So as of Tuesday, we were somewhere around 1,490 based on Naira exchange rate on Twitter. This is not based on. I told you, don't take this figure to Mubarak in Wuse Market and Zone 4 and say you want to change this and say this you want to buy dollar, this is the amount that they told you. You're on your own. But based on, because I want to do this for the sake of consistency, we had 1,490. And as of today, it's 1,442. As of this morning, don't say if they don't reach 9, don't change. Right? And that's just for dollar. So now, this is why, and like I said on Tuesday, we've not gotten to the real problem. The real problem is going to be food. The real problem is going to be food. I don't think some people know this. I think Malam Jabri was trying to. I wish Malam Jabri is here. Maybe because he's a farmer. I mean, maybe he can give you a good idea. Maybe if there's any way he can do some kind of analysis of what he produces normally before and what he's probably going to produce this year, if he's going to produce much, you probably know that there's going to be a problem sometime and sometime soon. So brace yourself for impact. On Tuesday, we gave I mean, one of our brothers, I think it was Naira exchange rate, one of our brother came and, gave, a good idea. And I tried emphasizing it so much. Please, if you are not here that day, I'm going to say it. If you're in Nigeria and you're obedient, okay, it's only obedient that can do it. I don't think Abado, anybody that can support Abado doesn't have the capacity to make money in dollar. If you're in Nigeria and you are obedient, please, first of all, make sure that one of your first aim right now is to create streams of income that will not be in Naira. I think that should be your first. Even if you have to Japa, that should be the first before your Japa. Because for every day you wake up, the cost of your Japa is increasing. If the money you still have is Naira, the cost of your Japa is increasing. So point is, look for a way out there, try to get money in, foreign currency, not just dollar, anyways. Any foreign currency possible. There are remote working. There is, a lot of social media that pay money, although it's kind of difficult. And I think it was IG that said it that day, it's not easy. So it's not going to be easy. So if you are not determined, you will just get off on the first day. So, but I think that's some of the things you can do to help yourself. But for the country generally, it is so bad because these people do not have ideas. So I think that's the first thing that would separate a Peter Obi legitimate government from what we have currently. Of course, there's already the first problem of illegitimacy hanging over this person. That's one. Then there's the second problem, which I usually refer to as nature problem, like karma. It is what it is. That one is just normal. If you use any wrong way to get anything, there's no way you can work with it. It is normal. Then the third one is now even the personal attribute or this set of people, they don't know anything. They don't know anything. I'm telling you guys, whether like Cardoso that they call out of CBN, I don't know. Emefiele will probably be it's better than that guy. Now, maybe I mean, of course, aside stealing that that Emefiele did or something, it was bad. Emefiele was very bad. But I'm telling you that this current set of people, they are nothing to write home about. So let's really hope that things. I just keep hoping for the sake of people in Nigeria that things are going to get better. But please do not rely on this, my hope. Disclaimer. Do not rely on this hope that I'm hoping, because even me that I'm hoping, inside my mind, I know the truth. And I know that these guys that we currently have in power are not going to do anything. For the insecurity issue, I'm not even bothered that much about, these Ronu idiots. I'm not that bothered. I'm more bothered about the security agencies. As in, I'm more bothered about the security agencies. I'm going to play. I mean, there's a video that's kind of trending, not like a video from this evening. I think it was even from politics this evening. Here what the force PRO had to say about insecurity in Nigeria. The police force PRO about insecurity.
There is a spike. In most cases, is the topography of some of these areas. See Vawulence, for instance. See the topography. But there are kidnappings in Lagos. Is topography also? What is the waterways? The factor. What is the waterways? Don't forget, the kidnapping in Lagos was actually triggered due to the waterways. Do you know that the water from Lagos, the waterway from Lagos leads to Delta, leads to Port Harcourt, leads to Bayelsa? It's the same waterway. What about Ekiti? Is that the same thing in Ekiti too? No, Ekiti is forest. And the thing you need to know is that when you study all this, you can't. There are certain things the police cannot do. But these things have been existent before December and January. The trend has gone up recently. Isn't there a sociological reason for it? It's not that it's going up like that. Forget what you read in social media. Reality, it is not so. This one in Ekiti is just an isolated case that just happened recently. It's not that something that is happening on a daily basis. No. We have cases that are isolated, but when you read them on social media, you think it is not what you have on record. So we don't have that the incident of kidnapping on the rise from Ekiti or anywhere in the southwestern part or in the northeastern or southwestern part of Nigeria. These are isolated cases. But Mr. PPRO, yes, the cases of abduction has been reported. Is the root cause of this.
Man.
Well, I beg no vex. I just want to point one key word I got from there. Forget what you hear on social media. That is the only place they cannot control. So forget what you hear on social media. We are telling you the reality. See. You see, when I tell people how powerful what people do on social media is, people don't understand. This is the only way they can. This is the only form of media they cannot control. But NTA channels, you guys say we go talk too much, they go off lights for channels. Make people don't hear what you want to talk. But let me continue, please.
Yeah. I mean, I feel irritated. Like I feel sick to my stomach. Like my belly, they told me literally, like listening to. I feel sick listening to these guys. Like, so first of all, here's the first problem. So the police force PRO, I mean national police, not Ben Udeyin or what they call the other guy. This is that Ire that you know, that Ire Prince, or that you see on Twitter every time. First of all, I really
Solomon friend.
Exactly, the friend. I really do not understand why the police is trying to explain the presence of insecurity. I think people should get this. Like, it's trying to explain. You know, you can leave that for maybe analysts. Maybe analysts can come and say, oh, well, you know, due to the 5 kilometer this to that and whatever, this is what is happening. I really don't understand that the police PRO is explaining insecurity. You know, I don't, if maybe not only me, because let's say, as in, he's not trying to. I wouldn't want to explain insecurity. That's the first problem. He's trying to explain insecurity. Then his explanation is man, the explanation off me.
Oh, now water and forest they cause insecurity in Nigeria. Now
no,
water
so
and forest.
Make the explanation off me. Now,
hey!
So wait. Because if you follow this thing, he said
please play it again, please play that thing. I beg you.
I need to play that this thing again because I need people to follow this thing. Where this video? As it is sickening. It is sickening. Let me okay, yeah, got it.
In December and January, there is a spike. In most cases is the topography of some of these areas. See Vawulence, for instance. See the topography. But there are kidnappings in Lagos. Is topography also? What is the waterways? The factor. What is the waterways? Don't forget, the kidnapping in Lagos was actually triggered due to the waterways. Do you know that the water from Lagos, the waterway from Lagos leads to Delta, leads to Port Harcourt, leads to Bayelsa? It's the same waterway. What about Ekiti? Is that the same thing in Ekiti too? No, Ekiti is forest. And the thing you need to know is that when you study all this, you can't. There are certain things the police cannot do.
But these things have been in existence before December and January. The trend has gone up recently. Isn't there a sociological reason for it?
It's not that it's going up like that. Forget what you read in social media.
Shut up, my friend. Shut up. Shut up. Shut up your mouth. Just. Oh God. Omo, you want need to do technology where they fit a slap person for lap. For wherever you did that for laptop, that for screen. Maybe you don't steer person slap. Because God, what's going on? What this guy is trying to explain does not make any sense. I mean, it's already bad enough that I want
but if you think it well, if you think about it, it's true. Like in Plateau State, there is the rocks. You know, there's the rocks in the Plateau State. That's why there's crisis. The mountains of Plateau are the reason. It's a topography. Check them out. If you check them out, the only place where we say if in Medugri is the desert. It's but this guy is saying it. You know, we are not thinking deep. If you think deep, you understand what they are saying. But go on.
So my problem is that why the explanation does not make sense is that wait. The waterways in Lagos came into existence just in 2015. Between 2015 and now, that's when the waterways, they were not there before. You know, that of course.
No,
Tinubu came the ocean.
There's some field everywhere in Lagos and there was no water. Actually, there have been demolishing houses now to create waterways. And you're not thinking, I don't like as well.
Okay, the mountain in Buhari, the topography in his word, and his previous use word anyway, it's fine. I don't know since when forest became part of topography. Should I just say geography? I never just okay, fine. But the topography in Buhari that made them kidnap people, that topography, that mountain, which is what he's trying to say, the highland of that place, if just came into existence like 2 months ago, or now it just come. The forest in Ekiti have not been there. They planted the trees May 29th, 2023. I think, how do these people, so I don't know, I can't expect, and it's quite frustrating, to be honest. Quite frustrating. So, I mean, Nigeria
the people to go into real estate, to turn their forest to real estate, they refused. You have to understand. See, if you don't think deep like the Nigerian police, you won't understand what they're saying. It's for the deep thinkers. Just too funny. If you read just too funny, he will explain it better.
But it's just very unfortunate. It's very unfortunate. But anyway, I think I'll just stop at that point because as me, I just think Nigeria matter. Like Saddam said, it's February. I already kind of feel like it's going to be like a very, I don't want to use a bad word, very critical month for me personally because it comes with a lot of a lot happened in February last year, so I don't think it's a month that I would ever see the same for a long time, but it's going to be an interesting month as well. One thing we must ensure we do a lot of this month is to emphatically talk about what happened last year, emphatically, and climax it on the 25th. Because we're going to do it at March 1st, because March 1st, Mahmoud Yakubu, 4 a.m. So this month, it's going to be back to back. I know, one of our brothers, Chris, and I kind of told him in the DM earlier that I know he was working like on some kind of graphics that we could put out to, keep hammering it and all that, and he's working on some of it. I just thought I was like, you'll be amazed. So many people are going to do a lot of things. So we got to remember this month, and it's. All right, Saddam.
Thank you, my brother. We remember the month, remember the key actors, remember the key players, remember everything this month, because for us,
remember the fools.
Remember the fools, my brother. We have to remember the fools. Those guys are. I want to play one of the fools from the pulpit. You played one going on. I probably might play it after this one. You can replay that stuff, please. Nigeria, I would love you to replay that prophecy you replayed. You play because many people are not on the space. After I play the one I want to play now, please just get that on cue for us. Please listen to one of the fools from the pulpit last year.
I vote for Tinubu. I support Tinubu. You like it or not, I don't care. You know
me, I am not afraid. You know why? Because if I say another Yoruba person, I will support. That is the only Yoruba person I have seen. Hear me, journalists, if you want to write, write. If you want to attack me, attack me. I am not a bastard. I cannot be a Yoruba boy and go and vote for Igbo. I'm not afraid. I don't care. I'm not afraid. I have not eaten from Tinubu money. I'm not asking him for money. And I will never ask him for money. I don't need his help. God is my helper. But I am a prophet. If you are one of the youths they are bribing, or some people they are gathering together, I vote for Tinubu.
Please, play the second one.
Let's pause.
And
that's what God is telling our Father in the Lord. If you decide to vote, if Tinubu wins, all of you are going into joy. That is God has spoken. Let it go live. Let it go live has spoken. Just we have said it. Let me say it in English so that the world is not.
If Nigerians vote for APC,
Nigeria
will sink. We will swindle in poverty, and the economy will be in shambles. If the government of APC continues, Nigeria will suffer extraordinary. I'm not in support of anybody. As a matter of fact, I don't vote. And I will never vote. I am telling you that we have never seen hardship before. Then is when we now experience more hardship. We will be sick, the economy will be sick. I'm not saying anybody should like.
We will be sick and the economy will be sick. We will be sick and the economy will be sick. Fellow Nigerians, the battle of the prophets. And I don't see them now. That is, and as a Christian, you cannot see it now that this is one of the reasons why the Christianity faith has been bastardized. You hear this one say, I vote and my God will satisfy me. I vote for Tinubu. Another one came out and told us with empirical this thing that you will be sick and the economy will be sick. The one that told you that he will vote for Tinubu, he did not say that I'll vote for Tinubu because Tinubu will make Nigeria better. His reason is that I will vote for Tinubu because I'm a Yoruba man. I'm not a bastard. Not that the bastard, not that he's not that he's a bastard. Safe. Now it has proven. So now our prophets don't mess up the Christianity faith. That's why people lack respect for the Christian faith anymore. Because you cannot even stand and say, who is even who? No wahala. But guys, let's welcome the Vawulence. Let's open up the floor for people to react. But please, I want to remind you guys, whatever happened last year, keep it behind you and we move forward. I want everybody to go back and dust back their polling unit results. Go and find your polling unit results because this month is Operation Show Your Polling Unit Results. I have challenged so many about those, I say, show me let's make a thread. I want to make a thread and say, under this thread, let us see your polling unit results. Abado, if I see 100 results in this country where Tinubu won, I will never ever talk about P2B again. There is no results anywhere. But I will promise you that I will make a thread and you see thousands of results across the country of Nigerians that voted, snapped, and stayed back. And we truly know who, if I say Abado, PDP will say, I think who boys, they don't mobilize them. They don't even get phone to go snap picture of that thing. So I'm not even talking about those ones. So please, this month, go back and find your PU results. This month is reminding Nigerians and reminding the whole world what happened last year. That truly, we came out in our number. Because I'm seeing so many people trying to gaslight us and tell us that, oh, if the opposition were together, freaking fuck you all and that opposition together. P2B won in a very clear landslide. We did not need any combination of any opposing forces or joining forces. We beat them black and blue across the country. How Ekiti result got to Abuja first, where Ekiti no get airport, is one of the mysteries that we're going to discuss this month. No wahala. Guys, welcome to the Vawulence Space. Welcome, Nigeria. Let me circle back to you. Let's have our speakers react to the conversation. Please, guys, if you're up here, you want to speak. Please, guys, to be up here, let us, have to run out for here so that we know that you are ready to speak. Welcome, Nigeria. Let me circle back to you now. Thank you, bro.
Yeah. All right, we'll just go quickly straight to speakers. Okay, I think I'll just quickly start with Mommy B, and I'll come to Dr. Mo. I think I'm sure Dr. Mo gets to.
Yeah, Dr. Mo just go after Mombola. He has a meeting right now.
Okay. Maybe I think that's probably going to. Dr. Mo, are you there?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, okay. Go ahead, sir.
I just love this space like fire, as this February just dey enter like this, because I never once that don't speak Oyibo tire sef. I just now go meet them where dem dey. Me, I just one day I don't dey speak English too much everywhere. Now violence now dey sweet me now because the thing wey dey happen now for our country. Sometimes you go just wish say even this football self. I just know what many things just work under this regime. No be say I hate this country. I love this country, but when people don't say that they won't be bad though. Mokukuma make them just the bad they go now be. Sometimes when the APC people come they send me inbox, come they beg me for food. The thing can't tire me. Some people come they say APC boys will they tell me say I no go come out, can't do protest again. I say sure. Even DSS they beg me can't do protest. I say which kind of wahala be this now? Now so the thing don't reach. When we say we never even start to. Now just anniversary we want celebrate now because we get plenty award to give people. We'll give Tinubu award. We'll give Yakubu Mahmoud award. We'll give Wiki award. All those people we say we no go sleep for our country. We'll give all of them award. She now waiting they want now. Go give them. The hungry people too, go give them. Go pray. Since now waiting they want. Maybe by the time we don't they buy fuel for $1,000, don't enter 3,000. This one way I hear say their vice president come out. Whether I yesterday today they talk say instead of we will they cry, we will come Twitter. Now I think carry me enter Twitter. So that say no say I know they to me I did busy they follow God the work and I can't say something that happen for Twitter will be say me I no. I know they see me for Twitter and I say make I come enter Twitter make I see it in the happen since now through their vice president I talk say some people there for this and I say me I dey part of the people make I come go join my people make I go see what in the happen. I never expect say for this life say person wey talk say na him go take care of security make Tinubu take care of economy. I don't dey him boys don't they work now. I don't know why instead of we suppose they celebrate now. I don't understand this country. Are we not supposed to be celebrating? Which country be this? We don't give on a power and I see they shout. The truth be say, let's be very clear on this. And this has nothing to do with, yes, it's violence, but it has nothing to do with hate. Because there are indicators, there are indices, there are we will go school, we be say we no buy our doctorate degree, we work. It gets thing we be say when government show, you go know say the government they work, whether you like the government or not. And it gets certain benchmark we be say you go just know say this one I follow come. No be matter of saying na me talk and now waiting the thing be. And now waiting I just want to share with us more so that we understand say this economic disaster we dey here. We just they start to this not just we still dey in the introductory space so that we go know waiting day. And I just like waiting they happen because Buhari is like the icon of us we come from north. Say we will come from north now. Buhari be our icon. And how he take come out 2015, can't show everybody shaggy. Now another icon from the south don't come out, can't show. So he go clear road for us. The car road will go clear for us and when we they enter. Now that can't thing good. Say when God It all be like, say, they get one place where I did for America that time, people they talk, say, Najamo could change Nigeria. I say, I want to talk like that. When God like you, even your enemy go call you the right name. They don't know this Nigeria, them call us. Now, no, they get 2 million. Number one, say, people they thought say the British did not, this number of the greatest black people in the universe where they here. We don't day here. No be person carry us. We don't day here. Now God put us here where we day. Because this river Niger we pass here, we now our spiritual hub be this. Also now the transportation hub be this. Also now the tourism hub be this. Now the agricultural belt be this. Now that's why we say our land, this king where we carry, it comes from the path of the earth where we come from. That's why they call us Niger area. Because if you did for hub, the entire black space where you see bad now blackness, and out of that name they name us. That is why we are named after, we are the blackest of, and light, white comes out of black. So now better thing, person we name us that name, he give us the name we befit us. And that's why we know say all these people where they want more with divide. Now, Tinubu is not a Nigerian, Buhari is not a Nigerian. This anybody they keep person not be Nigeria in BO. Now we get Nigeria, so we're not gonna allow anybody curse our country for us. We're not gonna allow anybody spoil our country. Now sometimes when people they talk about all these bad people. They are not Nigerians. Now after all, we know say he can get a passport for Guinea. I be waiting. Buhari said in father and Nigeria they make them they carry themselves, they go. We will be the true Nigeria our time they come. So what I want to be say, if to say I would try speak English more, because I know whether my pidgin English get enough listen to explain that, but their baseline. Any government where you go know, so the government is serious, you get what you go do. I go explain them quick, then I go just clear so that we go know. Maybe these people notice they won't carry us take do yeah. There is what is called legal reform. Any government will come, even if you no give anybody any hamburger, nothing, no rice pack or anything, but he allow for legal. Now the baseline of knowing if any government is serious or not. Legal reform, and legal reform has to do with police, army, and the court. But we can see, when I think Tinubu do so, when he called Wiki and Fubara, I know what he did. He shows say Nigerian constitution no exist. He just give them paper go on. As in, I don't know whether they understand what they talk. He just suspended our constitution. So right now, we are under state capture. Make anybody know that they don't take over, but we they come. But it is important for us to understand the status quo where we did. Also, this regime has no get civil service reform, no be their wahala at all. That's why when Better Edu won't raise her head, people don't understand. Some people don't even know why Better they get problem. Now because as she dirty rich, now her be the sent to, she they complain say how we be minister, somebody wait there for a parastatal under her, collect 44 billion. Now Better say, true, which kind of violence with this? Now that shout where she shout, because the team be say, Sadia no collect the 44 billion for herself. She they collect for the everybody they collect. Now Better won't go shout. Now they say, look at this one. Momo sit down for here. No be you send money now so then take cancel her out. So that people go understand. All this nonsense where they happen, then they keep people, they buy people, all this all the see, for those of us with the FCT, I give you now the status. This one now waiting day for FCIDO will be said now record where they since Tinubu entered, there has been 200 violent recorded attacks in the FCT alone. Out of that recording, out of that 200, there has been 200 people have been kidnapped. For FCTO, out of that 200, at least, and don't buy about 87 of those people for FCT. This is another record we then get. And we still never, we just did begin. Imagine this continue. Just imagine. That's why I can't tell Oga say, what you going to do? See as we did just. See yesterday or day for yesterday, sir. See the joy we did for people. When we go visit Nabeya people, see the kind joy. See, because and just see OBD, you just be like, say, their sorrow don't work. The only human being will be president we will get. Anywhere we just enter. When I see the video where I do for just so, we just they work out now, so the whole city just gather. I say, which can't be this? No announcement, no microphone, nothing. Sure. He just begin the show. Say, the thing with them, I too get many things to talk, but I know say as we just the thing with the too plenty, the thing with it just my head, the thing they just too plenty. But I just say make I visit because now their vice president now then send me come here, so make I come check within the happen for. But now this month now violence will go show them because now memorial this month. In fact, I don't even vex self. I go do event on the 25th self where we say everybody must gather. Now there I won't spend my money now self. I don't even vex self. I don't receive prophecy and anointing from this violence because now violence now will show. Because we must highlight and blame, show everything we then do. We will put down for certificate. We will show them. That's what we will do. In fact, if they vex too much self, we will carry out protest on that 25th self. I beg, we'll continue the violence, the good job. But this government, make anybody not make any mistake. They're not here for the people. They're not here for progress. They are just here. It's just looting, stealing, degradation, perversion, everything to do with suppressing of everything that has to do with human rights. Now, what this regime represents, so that make anybody notice say anything won't happen. No, nothing they happen.
All right, thank you very much, Dr. Mo. Thank you. Hey, so I say Shetima ordered your steps. Anyway, thank you very much for that submission, and thank you for all you do. I mean, thank you for all you do, having to stand by Peter Obi in all those journeys, and so thank you very much. I'm sure a lot of the obedience also appreciates what you do. No, we there here. Now headquarters of we did headquarters like this. So, and for our foreign obedience that probably did not understand a lot of the pidgin that Dr. Mo spoke, but I'm sure that some of you now, like Kirsten and a couple of the Dr. Jeff, I've not seen Dr. Jeff for a while, but I know. So I'm sure our foreign obedient people, you're probably getting used to the Nigerian pidgin English by now. Thanks to you guys as well. All right, thank you very much, Dr. Mo. Mommy B.
Good evening. I had, I was drifting away thinking, oh my God, it's a year already. Or more, to be honest, to be very kind, I haven't got much to say at all. The only thing that is reverberating in my head is topography. They killed the whole two Obas, not even one. Olori Bruku came to the TV to tell us topography. These people do not rate us, I swear. Topography. Okay, sure, it is the topography that also led to the kidnapping of those boys. Well, they should just allow Amoteku to have the arms that they needed from the get-go, and they should clear the forests. Every region should go and clear forests because they're waiting for everyone. That's all I have to say. I yield.
Oh, maybe say that topography there. I don't just understand. I think I'm laughing about this thing because I don't make I not go bust it to tears. It's crazy. Like what's happening in Nigeria is sick. Like currently Nigeria is very, very like that prophet said, he's pastor. Yeah, I don't know. I mean, like I said, for me, I think that was something I think majority of us knows. So this is not about whether or not he's a prophet or a true prophet or not a true. That's not my business. I leave that one for God. But he's currently sick. And oh God. For someone to be performing worse than Buhari. I mean Buhari was evil, was bad, but Tinubu is something else. Anyway, we'll just move on. Please, if you're on the speaker section and you intend to speak, ensure that your hand is up because I can only call those that their hands are up. So please check your phone and check if you're on the speaker section so you could raise your hand, because at some point, if your hand is not up, we'll probably have to drop you so that we can bring like other speakers. There are a lot of people requesting the mic. Flag Boy. However, after Flag Boy, I'll come to after Flag Boy, I think I'll come to Real Jack. Flag Boy, please go ahead.
Good evening, good afternoon, good morning, depending on your location. I want to use this opportunity to greet all my Ogadem. I see Dr. Mo, I see Weminin, I greet everybody. Mommy Bolanle, I greet you. I get to stuff when I want to talk about now. Waiting to my own best of understanding, I believe in I trigger the insecurity when everybody they shout for, especially Abuja. Because when Wike come as a minister, if you say if he just come, can't do anyhow, he take do anyhow for rivers. He come Abuja, start to demolish everywhere. Demolish where they call Jabi Garage for Abuja. Demolish for Pape. Demolish for Airport Road. Demolish for what they call this place, Gishiri. You go place when you see where poor Nigerians, people they suffer in abject poverty. People they die of starvation. They manage, they do one kind mini job. They manage, they do all those their pantaker work. You come demolish everything, send them out. You don't provide any means of living for them. And you expect to make this town they peaceful. They can't know if they peaceful because most of those boys now, when you see now, so when they walk up and down now, they do all this kidnapping and the rest. Then been get place when they do their business. Before they carry demolition, come demolish everywhere. Pursue all of them. Frustrate most of these people. So now the main reason now the genesis of this kidnapping for Abuja, this insecurity when don't go over 98% for Abuja. Now Wike, I will tell you without fear or favor. Now Wike be the genesis of this FCT problem. For now, before my very front today, a Aboki man they push person food for Use market. They carry person rice for wheelbarrow to go keep for the person shop. Accidentally, the cooler come fall down. Rice pour for ground. People gather. The lady managed pack the top of the rice, put back for a cooler, carry go her shop. The next thing, within few seconds, these outside boys, that's so both ones when they sell pure water, the ones when they push wheelbarrow, that's so then rush the rice for ground. Bend down. I get the video. I go call my friend, make my friend send me the video. Then bend down, they eat from the food when pour for ground. Some they use their pure water rubber, they pack food for ground. I started to shout, saying, I never see anything. Tinubu go kill now for this country. The thing pain me well. I say, okay, and now I don't see why. And they shout, say, vote for Obi, vote for Obi. Now they shout, say, Jagaban. The Jagaban don't they deal with everybody. I say, the rice pour for ground. These boys, then they rush them. Some of them, their leg, they on top of the food. They still they eat them. This makes the rate of poverty when suffer when Tinubu don't have fleet on us. I don't want to talk much, sha, but the thing when I want to be say this suffer. Now all of us the inside, we go suffer and together. And me, I go they print out different flag every day. I go they tackle this Tinubu government because the government no get us for mind at all. The government no just carry us for mind. Now everything about the government now failure. Now failure. I just see you the mic, make some other people talk. But
All
thank
right.
God say I don't talk my mind today.
All right. Thank you very much, Flag Boy. God. God.
I just want no first then. Flag boy, he said that Wiki caused kidnapping for Abuja.
To me, now be the genesis. Now bring this
Who caused
kidnapping back.
Who caused Ekiti?
Now that's Sabi, but this Abuja owner they very sure because when they demolish all those Jabi garage and those places when I call for Abuja here, now when all these things take start, very seriously, kidnapping day before we know the normal thing, but not be this rate because now all these boys them when them pursue them come up for Jabi garage when they do all those pantaker work, they do small things, they get money chop. Then come pursue all of them, demolish their shops. The place where they do those that 2,000, 1,000 naira work. That's when they manage to sustain themselves with 2,000 or 1,000. You come, you pursue from the place when they see 1 naira. If another of your friend come meet and say, come, go do so thing like this, you'll get 5,000. He go rush go do one because you don't get any means of living. So now to me, now waiting cause all this nonsense. And secondly, waiting me don't notice again. Wike no they ready to work with the FCT senator, which is the Labour Party senator. He just define way to make sure say he for the woman hand. But we know wetin dey sup for Abuja. Me, I go dey tackle them. I don't know anybody, but the small one I fit do, I go to do am. Today I still carry my flag come out. People they video am, people they snap am. I go to send that message to them. If anybody for this platform, this place now, when get any write up where you want to put on for flag, just write them. Send them for me as a message. I go use and pray flag. And then they fear for arrest. I don't can say any day when they want to protest for this country, more start the protest. And me, I go to do my own protest every day, as a one-man squad. I go to do. I dey wait for Dr. Mo. If Dr. Mo call me, even if at this night, no. If Dr. Mo call me this night for phone, say, flag boy, meet me 2 o'clock or 3 o'clock, midnight, so place. He knows I will come meet him. As long as I'm waiting to move this country forward, I am always ready. I am good to go. I don't care. I don't care about anything about from this country to move forward. And APC has failed Nigeria. If you look at my profile picture here, you see suffering and smiling APC. Why? We are suffering and nobody's saying anything. I don't tire. I'm a Nigerian. I don't feel wrong come up for this country. I go to this country. I go frustrate them with the small way. Why I frustrate them? Then go hear them.
Yeah.
I hear my mic.
All right. Thank you very much, Flag Boy. The only problem now is that the first PRO is objecting against you.
This is the topography of some of these areas. See what?
How can you say Wike? Does Wike sound like topography to you? Topography is the problem. I have a tweet on the Jumbotron. Like someone told me on my DM, topography should really be trendy. So I have an hashtag topography, hashtag police, because this is the only topography that is the problem in Nigeria is police topography. So police topography is the problem in office security because their topography no balance. Anyway, thank you very much, Flag Boy. Okay, quickly we'll take a lady. So we take us. Okay, no, I had said Real Jack. We take Real Jack, then we'll come to Asa Bosa.
Okay, thank you, women, and thank you, everybody. Well, first of all, I think there is nothing more that is surprising or should surprise anybody in Nigeria as it is. Now, let's just start from, like one of our brothers who just spoke was blaming Wiki. The insecurity has nothing to exclusively do with Abuja alone. I just want you to understand something. Like somebody like a Sadan asked you, what about Ekiti? What is the correlation between Ekiti and Abuja? And he couldn't factor the response for that. There is a jihad in Nigeria, and it didn't start today. In case you are being economical with the truth, let me say that to you again. There is a jihad. The intent has been there all along. And they use each government that comes to power to prepare this jihad. And any government that is loyal to them, they use it to dip in the agenda. It is not a joke. Remember, when Nnamdi Kanu came out here to tell us, most of us were saying this man is talking rubbish. But now, like someone said, one of the safest places in Nigeria now is the East. That's an East in the past. That seems to be the most ravaged place in Nigeria. The safest place now is the East. Do you know why? Because when IPOB founded their ESN, the jihad was halted along the way. Because what they intend doing there, the people has already come the bush, stay in the bush to wait for them already before they are coming. That is why the agenda wasn't that possible in the East. We know there are still a couple of violence, criminality, and all that. But believe you me, the establishment of that security in the East halted this jihad agenda. Now, let's go back to another thing. Remember, Melafia Obadiah also came to tell us here that there is still this jihad agenda. They want to do ethnic cleansing of those of them who do not believe in their jihad campaign. They will cleanse them and take over everywhere. Okay, recently you saw how many numbers of people trying to cross over from their neighboring African sister country into Nigeria to carry out jihad, but the country wasted all of them. You will now ask yourself, why can't Nigeria military be able to freeze people out and kill them? Because both the Nigerian military, the security apparatus are part and parcel of the plan of that jihad, whether you believe it or not. Now, why they will begin to tell you the security apparatus, they have nothing to offer. They cannot convince anybody. That is why, is it a peer or what? We come and tell you that don't listen to what you hear on social media. Like Saddam said, that is the only platform they cannot control. They gag all the media houses. They publish what they wanted to publish. That is why when you listen to any radio, they are talking rubbish. What is irrelevant to what is happening in Nigeria? They talk rubbish out of point. You'll be asking yourself, is it that these people are blind or what? That they cannot discuss what is benefiting Nigeria, but they leave this in out and begin to talk rubbish. Okay, listen to Shetima. Shetima said we went to Twitter and we are dragging them, calling them out, instead of us to come and join hands together to solve the problem. Pardon me, pardon me. Pardon me, this is Boko Haram sponsor. I think you rigged the election. You say you're going to be in charge of security. And this the other man, and the Agbadoro head, is going to be in charge of the economy. The two areas have just collapsed, and you're saying we should come and join you to do what exactly? When you rig the election by fire, by force, with the same security that is crying that their salary is 50,000, they want to travel, it cannot. This is just the money. But the same security was used at the lucky target to kill hundreds of persons that are protesting on their behalf. Conclusively, all of us has known the problem of Nigeria. If we cannot salvage Nigeria to your tent, or Israel, I give back the mic. Thank you.
All right, thank you very much. Thank you very much, Rejak. Of course, the truth is that there's no one cause of whatever is happening in Nigeria. So I don't think anybody can say, oh, this is it. This is the only cause. But at the prime of it is the irresponsibility of government. So it's not really about the source. And I think this is the thing. It's not really about the source of the problem. It's about who is supposed to solve the problem. So it's why, Flag Boy saying it's wicked, I caused it, or whoever thinks it's whatever. I'm not interested in what caused the problem. But I know that there are people that are supposed to solve the problem. But as a matter of fact, those people are turning around and adding to the problem. So that's where Flag Boy is really right. Wicked has added. Indirectly or directly, jihad, everything, whatever it is, there is an insecurity problem in Nigeria. And because you have an accomplice as leaders, because you have accomplices as leaders, it's not going to go away. Like Dr. Mo said, Shetima, these are Shetima's boys that are acting. That's for Shetima is hitting target. Those boys probably have target per week. And they will come and say, okay, to win. We have the terrorists as someone that has access to Aso Rock, someone that is regarded by people as vice president. A real terrorist. It doesn't get worse than that. So it's crazy. Anyway, Asabusa, please go ahead. After which we'll come to Tosin. Then we'll take it from there.
Hello, can you hear me?
Yeah, go ahead.
Yeah, thank you, well-meaning. Thank you, Emerson Adam. Thank you, Mommy Bolanle. Thank you, everybody, for what you're doing. There's so many strong talking points. Nigeria politics, the economic situations, the insecurity challenges. There's so many strong talking points. But I'm not going to go there because there's no end to that. You see, in all of this, there's a group of people that we seem to forget. In the next 7 years, we would have had a 16-year-old child who grew up under the worst kind of government. My concern is that there are children growing up who have no idea how states run, how government the responsibility of government to them. They have no idea what it means to be the citizen of a state. Therefore, in the next couple of years, we're going to have people who it's in their DNA to assume that certain wrongs are right. A couple of years ago, when I first came to the US with my daughter, then she was probably 6 or I don't know, about that age. We came, we spent the summer, and then she had a good time. She was so excited. And then, believe you me, the moment we dropped at Nandazikiwe in Abuja, my daughter went into depression because the stark reality, the difference was too much for her to, because she couldn't understand why this part of the world was this way and then home was the other way. I had to get therapists to talk to her. I promised her heaven and earth before she came back to normal. She was scandalized. You see, children are seeing so many things these days that we don't even, I know what I saw as a child, but nobody knew I was seeing them. The children we're raising these days, especially in Nigeria, those kids are in trouble. Their psyche has been battered, but we don't seem to realize it. So my reason for coming up on board is for those of us that have children, we need to take out time to tell them that really this is not how things are done. This is not how societies are run. This is not how things are meant to be. As much as possible, let them try to get them to divorce their mind from what they're seeing. The other day, one time when I was in Enugu, I was driving into town with my kids, and then the governor's convoy was trying to push us out of the road. My kids were like, "Yeah, that's the governor passing." Blah 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 blah. I was like, you know what, kids? A governor has no right to drive you off the road. He shouldn't be having a convoy of 12, 13, 14 vehicles because he's wasting taxpayers' money. So my kids began to learn that some of these things are really not how it's meant to be. Why would you're going from one point to the other, why would you run on a 12 convoy vehicle, one man? So without, like I said, I'm going to go soft. There's so many hard talking points, but I worry about the children that we are raising. Let's, as parents, try and take out time to teach them really that what they're seeing is not how it's meant to be. So I don't grow up thinking that it's okay for people to get killed and nothing happens. It's okay for your governor to be living a lavish lifestyle. Meanwhile, people are suffering. Let's be intentional about teaching them that some of these things are just a misnomer.
Yeah.
Otherwise, we're raising a generation of, children who would, dig the nation further deep into confusion.
All right.
Thank you.
Thank you very much, Asawisa. That was very that was rock solid point. Something I think parents should actually do. Thank you very much for that point. All right, quickly, we'll go straight to, if you are just joining the space, of course, you're welcome. Don't forget to go and retweet the space. Now, basically, retweet and let me see, or maybe you scheduled it anyways. But retweet the space. We are talking about Tinubu's economic disaster and the hypocrisy of Ronu's, or I think the general hypocrisy of everything. Everybody associated with APC is Ronu-ish, irrespective of tribe or religion. So we're talking about the hypocrisy with regards to insecurity. All right, quickly, we'll go straight to Tosin. After Tosin, I'll come to Do You, I think you were here before the intro.
Thank you very much.
Please, let's try to do 3 minutes and probably watch my hands so we can take as much people. Go ahead.
Thank you very much. Well-meaning greetings to everyone on the space. Happy New Month. Thank you very much for allowing me to speak. So when we talk about the Tinubu economy and disaster, I don't know if there's anything that has to do with economy with these elements, because ordinarily the guy didn't promise Nigerians anything. The only thing he came to do is to dance, and he's still dancing while Nigerians are mourning. And so if you talk about economy. And so we can probably take this back to Lagos, right? Everything that this guy does is just on grabbing, just grab as much as he can grab and run with it. Alpha Beta is still running in Lagos, and he's still, as I know, he's still the governor of Lagos State. So we're talking about economy. On what ground do we think that this guy can even do anything? People are talking about his brain and not his body. But what kind of brain does he have? He's a criminal. The last time I checked, he was a convicted drug baron, certificate forger that cannot do anything for the country. And so that would take me to what Dr. Mo said before, if actually round up, that if they don't take time, we may even come out on 25th. Should he even be telling them if they don't take time, how many more do they have to kill before Nigerians actually arise and take back their country? How many more kings would they have to kill in the southern part of the country, in the northern part of the country, or in the eastern part before Nigerians arise? How many more families have to be thrown into penury and poverty, just like Flag Boy gave us a description? That means Nigerians are now eating sand. That just literally what it means. And that is what Tinubu is about. He doesn't care. As much as he gets it, he doesn't care about other people. So I don't know if we need to deliberate on either Nigeria, if you don't care, if you don't take time, we have to come out. Nigeria should be on the street by now. They should be running for their lives by now. They should have even jet out of the country by now because they've done more harm than good for the country. I'll read the mic, well meaning. Thank you very much.
All right, thank you very much. Thank you very much, Tosin, for that submission. All right, quickly, I'll go straight to do you. I mean, I can see a couple of people in the space today
Yeah,
that are like,
yeah. Well, meaning, I beg if you skip me for now, the inside market. Thank you. I will call when I come back. I'll let you know.
all right. So
Yeah, I
we
did middle of market. Sorry. Yeah, I'll speak as soon as I get out of the store.
all right, okay, that's fine. All right, quickly, I'll just take Barrister Juliet. I mean, yeah, I know that was impromptu. So after Barrister Juliet, I'll come to Green Purple. Green Purple will be here for some time. Barrister Juliet, okay, I'm sure because I called her impromptu, she's not there yet. All right, Green Purple, I'm sure you should be ready. After Green Purple, we'll come back to Barrister Juliet.
Yes, so thank you very much. Well meaning, the violence space, the holy temple of the obedience movement, where we have our voice and we can express ourselves freely. And that's what they don't want. That's what they wish they could take away from us, you know. It's a great honor to be here every time because, man, it's not easy to have a family like the obedience, you know, movements. And if you throw back to some of the historical things that have happened over time, you'll find out that they wish they could silence or take away our area of strength, which is social media. Till tomorrow, you see, one of the things that gives Mr. Tinubu headache is social media. The same thing with Shetima, you know, because to a large extent, it has a way of exposing who they are, what they stand for, what they believe, and the bad intentions that they have for Nigeria. At least the economy right now on its own is not a respecter of those who is not a respecter of ethnicity, those who were within their close circle. No, everybody's feeling it. And the worst part about it is that the people that are begging the most are the ones who are still going out to go and stand for them. And I know that by the special grace of God, one way or the other, maybe the economy, by the time it continues to bite harder, which is not our prayer, but from what we can see, Flagboy recounted his own experience, as in, this one is not as if it was yesterday, as in Kuro today like this. Imagine if person chop chicken, where don't spoil for your house, you throw am for your dustbin, then you see somebody go pick it up from there, open that kind of pack and eat. Or apple that you have in your fridge, for you to throw away apple, one piece of apple is within 400 and 500 naira. For somebody to throw away apple from his fridge, and somebody will still pick it up and eat. So we've gotten to that, as if we are going back to barbaric years where there's no difference. People are not secured. I witnessed, in fact, I did a post of it and a video of it that I posted today. I went to Yaba by public transport. And I told myself, I said, just one trip going and coming. When I saw my eyes, I was like, God, so you mean, is this how Nigerians want to continue to suffer and smile? You were talking about insecurity just about 2 weeks ago. I was in Abuja, and now I'm in Lagos. I was like, what's the difference? Out of the 200 people that Dr. Mo was talking about, cases of people that are kidnapped or either missing, if you are not kidnapped in Lagos, you are facing one chance. That's for people who go people that go to their daily source of living every day. People who go to school, every day one chance activities happening. So it's happening in Lagos, it's happening in Abuja, it's happening in Port Harcourt. At least we can see what has happened in Ekiti. So who is actually secured? Nobody is secured. This one, they don't tell me I see one chance live in action. Somebody got kicked out of the bus. And then the next boss is looking at, not be my problem. Oh. You see, he said, it's not be my problem, now my own daily bread. Where if they hold gone? Some people are even scared to trail, to even save other people who might get involved. Or is it, so there's madness in the country. And to be frank with you, for those who have actually came up to say, Tinubu did not borrow billions or spend billions of naira because he wants to fix Nigeria. Okay, thank you very much. I know that is a cue for me. He didn't spend that money because he wants to ensure that he can feed his circle. But we will continue to stand. Me, I already started to post my polling unit. Yes, let's continue to post our polling unit results for all those who have it. Post your own. Me, I don't post my own. Post your own. Let's be posting. Let them be seeing that we don't really win them for this election before. And the truth about it is that it's a difficult task, but we must achieve it. Thank you very much. I yield my mic at this moment. Thank you.
All right. Thank you very much, Green Purple. Thank you. I mean, the suffering in Nigeria is crazy. First hand experience there. No, wow. Anyway, Barrister Juliet, are you ready now?
Oh yes.
Okay. After Barrister Juliet,
So sorry. I went out to do something hurriedly. Good evening, everyone. So good to actually join us on space once again, and Happy New Year. Actually, my own take was immediately Flag Boy spoke, and it was something I really was very intentional about on correcting certain observations, because for me, I feel that there's no justification for crime. First and foremost, I don't know if those who live in FCT, if you go to Area 1, for instance, you can actually see that those who actually parade themselves in kiosks and all that, sitting along the roadside or causing chaos and menace around the Area 1, you can see that place is cleared. And this is not to justify Wike, because I know Dr. Mo said a lot of things about the abuse of the constitution that went on with Fubara and Wike. My take is also actually online about that, because I know that this government will experience the greatest form of abuse of the law. And so that was one issue I wanted to address before also coming into other issues. And therefore, the issue of Wike and then the issue of the legislator and executives, I just feel as Nigerians, we should clearly know our functions. The functions of the executives and the legislators are clearly different. One has to checkmate the other. They have no business functioning in the same capacity. So if you want to function as a legislator, you know what you're going to do. You're talking about the laws, you're exposing inappropriation with respect to abuse of resources, the funds, whatever has been happening in the economy, you speak out, you talk about it. And then the issue of the executive, they also have their own purview. Now, for instance, the FCT, I wanted to talk about the issue of insecurity. FCT is just because it's unfortunate this period we're experiencing the high rate of insecurity. But my issue that before now, and even till now, I still feel that we lost focus on what were those issues prevailing there when we had a lot of migration coming into FCT, the chaos and all that has been built. I still stand that whatever demolition that is authorized by law, compensation, yes, can be made. But you see all those kiosks, people staying in kekena peps, uncompleted buildings. In fact, they should be raided out. And this is without apologies. And if anyone is caught committing any crime, that person should go for it. In fact, instant justice. Because these are the issues that are actually causing the insecurity in FCT. You see a lot of those people come, stay in keke. You look at them and you see the exercise of so much power, thinking, because I know the last 8 years in the FCT, we experienced a lot of lawlessness. You see even these bike men, you see, it's pathetic, it's scary, it's annoying. And anything that can send these people out of the street, is better you go home and go and farm. Even the area council, the FCT, there are other ways of people making money to even make sure the FCT has economic value. What about the issue of, okay, let's talk about issue of expanding or talking about issue of agriculture, even in some of these area councils, to make sure that people can even have access to all those products. FCT was meant to even be the center. So when you start looking at issues like this, you see that we should stop always talking about the top. We should look at governance from structural levels. When you look at it from structural level, you'll be able to now appreciate what this sector they are doing and what the sectors are not doing properly. Iwike has its own faults, but what I wanted to actually address was the issue of insecurity. There's no justification, and anybody that is found caught staying under bridges. I don't know if you can even go to Area 1 bridge, go to a lot of bridges across town. You see them out doing a lot of things, and this is actually increasing it's just because yesterday they kidnapped 2 people at the Chikankwere, which is even in Kubwa. It's coming down to every nook and cranny, and all this are caused by people who have migrated into town, not having adequate places to stay. They are all over committing atrocities, and then when you chase them, you see them, they'll start farming organized crimes and all that. I think these are some of the issues. Economic issues, like I said, structural levels, we can actually increase economic how will I put it now, production, or how will I, whatever, the economic value in every state based on structurality. Everybody plays their part, and then we can go from there. The issue of Tinubu's issue with federal economic, that one is something for another day. I don't even want to delve into it. But these are some of the issues that Nigeria has been experiencing. I just wanted to talk about. Thank you.
All right, thank you very much. I noticed you wanted to talk about a lot of Nigeria's problem, but Nigeria problem, you know they finish. That song that's a problem, you know they finish. Now Nigeria, okay, it's even a Nigerian song. So. But I agree with you on a lot of the points you raised. Quite salient point. Quickly, I'll go straight to Emmanuel. After Emmanuel, okay, I can see Dr. Stena. Okay, so if you're in the speaker section, and Emmanuel, sorry, I'm coming. If you're in the speaker section and intend to speak, I think it's okay for you to raise your hand so that I'll know you intend to speak, so I don't call you and you're not there. So after Emmanuel, I'll come to Dr. Stina.
All right, hi everyone. Good evening, good afternoon, good morning, and depending on where you're speaking from. Also happy New Year. It's been a wonderful run with Tinubu. I mean, I've been enjoying this season. I've been selling a lot of obedient tears. Just in case you don't know, in Thailand, we've been exporting obedient tears to Thailand, and it's bringing in a lot of IGR for us. Just in case you want to join that business, you can send me a DM, and I'll let you know how to get into harvesting obedient tears. And then it's very healthy. Just in case you don't know, it's very healthy for the skin. So we've been synthesizing all the obedient tears that we've gathered, and then we've been exporting. The problem is Abado tears there's no health function in Abado tears. So even when you export it, they tell you it's bad grade. So what we just use Abado tears to do is to pay for the shipping fees, because that's the only value it has. But any other thing, in Thailand, what they specifically requested is obedient tears. So please, just in case you have a farm, Saddam, I know that you have abundant reservoir of obedient tears. Please just let me know when I can send my shippers to come and pick the ones with you, so that we can make some foreign exchange and just grow the economy by that. And we're commodifying obedient tears. So please, anybody with obedient tears, just let me know, okay? I mean, we all know that Tinubu is a total joke, so it's not anything new. We've always known that he never knew what he wanted to do and what he didn't have an understanding of what Nigeria's problems were. We've always known that he does not have the capacity to handle Nigeria. It's not new news. And so to every one of you who thought he was going to do good, I hope your stupidity makes you feel happy right now. So every one of you who thought he has the ability, because in your head, he grew Lagos IGR. Okay, sorry, please, what's the IGR of Nigeria now? How many of you know it? The suffering has held your neck so much. You can't tell me Nigeria's IGR now. He grew Lagos IGR. He grew, it's only IGR. Oh yeah, what is Nigeria's IGR now? How much have you grown? Are you still not borrowing to live? Guys, I mean, there's not much to say anymore because everyone has said it, right? The best I would say to anybody here is, first of all, like has been said always, find another source of income. Make sure that you're pulling your weight to make more money for yourself in dollars, preferably, right? Do your best to see how you can stay afloat, because the truth is, we're in for a long ride. Except if Nigerians decide to have the backbone to take the fight to them, we're in for a very long ride. So choose what you want now. Choose where you want to be as a person. Because the truth is, me, I can't suffer in this economy. I'm sorry, you. I've already got the promotion this year already. So for those of you that think that we're at the same level, you're on a long team, and a very long team. All right. But I'll say this again, please. Go back. In case you have obedient ears, hit me up. Our export is ready. Taiwan and Thailand has been waiting for your ears. We're there to export, please. We're commodifying obedient ears, please. Okay. Thank you very much, and God bless you.
All right, thank you very much, Emmanuel. I just wanted to put this in there. So even if it's Ghanaian cedis, you can earn in. Please earn in Ghana cedis. It's very important because today I was talking with a Ghanaian guy, like my Ghanaian friend, and okay, myself and another Nigerian guy. So the person was telling me, Mosias, the money they right, and he was like, the Ghanaian guy was like, now look, I want the drop. I'm not like, the note I'm saying it in. So he was saying that, Ghanaian cedis to the US dollar was at risen to like 15 Ghana cedis to US dollar. But now it has dropped back to 11. So he was not like happy technically. But so if you can earn Ghana cedis, at least, just shall be earning in a stable currency. That's the point.
When you say this, people they laugh. But people don't understand how important what you're saying is, and how bad Nigerian currency is now. They don't understand. Many people, the painful thing for me is that Nigerians, we love living in, and I've had this encounter. We have this main character syndrome. We don't know that they have left us behind. We don't know that we are no longer as it stands. You people are the worst things on earth. People don't understand this, but we are always feeling like that's why I see you guys that Cameroon get. And when you meet an African that understands the position you're in, they will bamboozle you. We are finished. Just cross the border. I tell my friends, I say, you never travel. Cross Lagos border. Go through your Lagos border, Badagry. Go to Cotonou with 10,000 naira. Go to Cotonou with 100,000 naira. Go there and see the equivalence of Cotonou Sefa to your naira. Sefa that we know in 10 years ago, Sefa, big boy, and if you get 10,000 or 20,000 Cotonou, go there now with 100K and see. That is the reality of Nigeria. But we always know how to max things in cruise, it's all fun, it's all games. Not only that, we are bullshit. I want Nigeria to continue, I beg.
Yeah.
I don't come, sorry, I beg, if you need me, I'm here.
I'll come back to you. I saw your hand. Now that you spoke, your hand to go back down. So anyway, that's like very vital information. So you don't think I'm joking, no? If you can earn in Ghana city, earn, please. Like I said, the important thing is a stable currency. I used to say this. I said one thing that is more dangerous than a currency that is losing value. The only thing that is more dangerous than a currency that is losing value is a currency that is unstable. So Nigeria's problem now is we have both situations. So if your currency is rise, maybe investors will say, okay, let's budget with a particular amount because we know that. But if your currency is even rising and unstable, I mean, investors consider you a time bomb. So it's very important. All right, quickly, I'll just go straight to. I know I had called Dr. Stina already, so I'll come back to you. Do you? So I'll go straight to Dr. Stina, then we'll take a mail. I'll take General Snow, then I'll come to do you.
All right, thank you so much, well-meaning Nigeria. I don't know if you can hear me. Good evening, everyone.
Yeah, I can hear you.
Good evening. Okay, so for me, I want to make some comments, and I want to try and refrain from talking about what cost what, because for me, I see a very big problem, like a time bomb that many people haven't seen. What is happening in Abuja today was what was happening in Zamfara as far back as
Well,
2005.
it looks like Dr. Stana's connection is not great.
Can you hear me?
Yeah, Dr. Stina is actually
Can you
speaking.
hear me?
Yeah, I
Okay.
can hear you, Dr.
So
Stina. Maybe
that was what
maybe
was happening
go
in
ahead.
No,
Zamfara
I can
as
hear her.
far
I can
back
hear her.
as.
What I was saying is that I'm
Okay.
fighting out.
Yeah, Dr. Sina, your voice is doing like Nigerian currency.
Okay, let me talk more. You know, so I get small children. So as I was saying, I said what is happening in Abuja today was what was happening in Zamfara as far back as 2005 when I was still in the university. When you are moving to Sokoto, then you will have your heart in your mouth when you get to Zamfara. Then it was basically small cases of minor kidnap, small cases of minor armed robbery that can lead to shootouts by the Fulani people. Anybody who is conversant with that road around that period will understand what I am saying. In fact, I lost a wife to a friend of mine then who was shot. There's this train spot in Zafra where it always happens. Was shot there. The woman they were shooting at the car, and then he didn't even know his wife had been shot or he had gone very far. Only for him to talk to the wife and she wasn't responding, and then he saw blood. Why am I saying this? We're still talking about what cost what. In most of the places where this violence has escalated to an uncontrollable state, it started as minor cases of kidnap. The issue of Boko Haram initially started as riots by the bike men. So these things starts very minor. And before you know, because we have the kind of government that have two principal problems. One is psychophancy, meaning that most of the people I want to leave the personality of the person in power. I mean, whoever they are, they are. The people around them first are the problem. They hardly say the truth. Okay, we can see what happened with Buhari and Bash, or what's his name. Suddenly he's out from the coffers of power, and then he suddenly has a voice. This is one problem. Second problem is a lot of negotiation goes into getting someone prepared for the office of the president. And that was why what somebody like PO tried to avoid throughout his. In fact, if you come and see him, there's a way you will talk, meeting will end. Why? He was not interested in any shady form of, you can make me president. You have 200 billion to give me. You have this to give me. I don't want. He kept on running from such kind of things. It is this kind of negotiation that gets to the point where somebody who has given billions to a candidate and the candidate has won. Now, when it is time, the person has to recover his money. That is why former Senator Sani was saying that he raised a very valid striking point. You get these kidnappers, they are all looking Caucasic and scruffy. And these are people who are collecting millions in payment for ransom. It means that somebody behind them is very big, super powerful, and all of that. Now, because of this kind of negotiation, they will say, so part of Nigeria don't want to play politics. These are the kind of things that are the politics that is played. Before you know what is happening, the citizen pay for the consequences of those kind of negotiation. Now, somebody becomes too powerful. You can't even control what he does, the kind of business, even when the government knows that what they are doing is problematic. Now, before you know, the boys who are working with these people become very used to the trade. What do? They get a leader, and then break off camp. Why am I saying all these things? Of course, Nigeria's problem has a Medusa head and too many heads. So you don't even know where you will start cutting off. And that is why till tomorrow, I'm sorry to say it, any day they announce and say everybody's going their way, I will be very happy, because the problem is complicated now. I don't know how it's going to be fixed, but the problem is complicated. So when they ring a bell now, say everybody go to wherever you come from, I think a lot of people will be happy. Maybe if you go back to your place, when you know that whatever person you put in power will affect your brothers and your sisters in wherever they are, even if you are the one in power, maybe it will give some people a sense of responsibility to know the kind of people they put in power. I have a client abroad who will always tell me, you people have an entitled mannequin as president. And we always laugh. Sometimes I will warn him and say, no, you're talking about my country, the giant of Africa. I will say, oh, get off it. How many millions of people voting a mannequin? I'll say, oh, the guy was not voted. How do you have a president where, with all the crisis happening, none has he even used mouth? Let's even forget action to even say, oh, I am addressing this way or the other. Wike is there trying to please president. Another minister is there trying to please president. A country that law has been broken so that a governor will leave office, create an office for himself inside the government house. Another one, the one who came new, will now say, oh, don't listen to me, listen to the former governor. The problem is just too much. And until we successfully break all this energy, power, whatever inspiration, whatever is called, that this politician use against this country, which include tribalism, religious sentiment, power over their local people, and all of that, until we break it. And it was only one man that came out in the last election, looking like, one, somebody without baggage; two, somebody who is not interested in shady negotiation; three, somebody who is not desperate for power, who is not ready to do anything to get in there. But of course, the curse on this country is on tribalism and religious sentiment. And I think everybody will have to bear the curse. And that is why those you can cut off who are like that, cut them off. A former colleague of mine, not former, anyway, still my colleague, called me and said, oh, have they paid salary? And, we had issue because of this Tinubu stuff. Have they paid salary? Listen, before you ring bell. I said, no, they have not paid salary. Of course, government work. And the person said, this thing is becoming unbecoming. This particular regime, every time, salary must be the next month. There are people that they pay middle of the month, if people don't know. It's becoming, I now say, why are you complaining? You were the one shouting Emilio, why are you complaining? I told him, don't ever call my number again. If you need money, go and look for somewhere else and find money, because he had so many stories of what's wrong with his children. These are the kind, you don't need to help anyone who cause. This is a problem, and we don't even know how to cause it, because somebody said before that Tinubu people don't go away. Other people go away, but his people remain. If they leave now, we are in a mess. I don't want to talk anymore. Thank you so much. We're in a deep mess.
All right, thank you very much, Dr. Stina. Let me just quickly say this. Man, you went to remind me of Kogi. See, I genuinely pity people from Kogi State, but I don't want to deviate it. I think that's like a conversation for another day. Thank you very much for that submission. And please, what Dr. Stina said is sacrosanct. Sometimes I used to feel guilty, but my guilt is not to go anywhere. You see APC supporters, I am intentional. If I tell you some of the things I do, you say, oh, that's too petty now, that's too petty. But that you sabi to be petty. If I move up to Twitter here, if I see somebody that does something good, or something that I feel like, oh, this person did something cool, I first go to the person's profile to check with it. As in, I go that low. Really, because these people, they don't. Oh, God.
Me, I dey back my own by spiritual self. By spiritual, I dey back am. I dey call am for prayers, and they call obedient, they call them. So sometimes you don't know if thunder they fire them. They don't know say some of us they naked for night, they pray on top their head. Make thunder they fire them, make them they have to. Oh God.
So please, don't think as in if it's in your mind to do an APC person to teach them a lesson, right? If it's in your power, anyways. I mean, you are not God, you can't pray. But I mean, if at any point, don't feel guilty. Don't say, "Oh, this is not good." I am telling you. See, I am so convinced. I'm someone that usually feel guilty, to be honest, but I'm so convinced. I am convinced in the deepest part of my heart that anything I do to an APC person, at the very least, I'm teaching the person a lesson. The person needs to learn. He's going to learn, and he's going to learn the hard way. So that's very important. General Snow, please go ahead. After which I'll come to you.
Thank you very much. Well-meaning. I greet everybody. Saddam, greetings, man. Bolanle, and everybody here. Thank you very much. I've been following the conversation, and the topic says Tinubu economic disaster. First of all, like a speaker said, Tinubu never promised anybody anything. And these are some of the reasons why most of us actually stood our ground, and we're trying to make sure that he never gets into Aso Rock. So we're talking about a man that went to Chatham House and was delegating questions he was asked to his aides, I call them his aides or his boys. And some Nigerians came on here to say that is teamwork. And right now we are seeing the effect of the teamwork and how far it has brought us. You understand? So this man, he doesn't care. He doesn't care about nobody. He doesn't care about you. He doesn't care about we. In fact, I'm sure if you're obedient, nobody even expected him to do anything different. So those Lagos boys, those Ronos that said he pushed back Atlantic Ocean, he should come and push back the insecurity in Nigeria, because we know the antecedents of this vice president. We remember the Yaya bomb guy, the bomber. We know where we saw him. He was caught in the guest house of Borno State government then. So our people say that these criminals have become so emboldened because what can you do? They don't even wait for you to even come to the highway. They come right into the city to kidnap and to commit all sorts of atrocities, and nothing happens. Nothing happens. Before you know it, another news we break that is bigger than the one that broke yesterday. We're talking about the rulers in Ekiti that were killed Believe you me, in the next 2-3 days, that news will be forgotten. Not because we want to forget about it, but because there are fresher news, more barbaric news that will come out, and it will be like this never happened, and it's barely a week. And I think our ability to adapt in Nigeria is our greatest undoing. Our ability to just adapt to whatever situation. If they sell fuel for 2,000 naira today, Nigerians will buy it and nobody will hit the streets. If you hit the streets, we see some people will come out to counter protest. See, these politicians, they have mastered the art of, they have weaponized poverty. Today, this guy was sharing perfumes. What are you giving people perfumes for? People are hungry and you give them perfume. They go lick perfume. If they are hungry, are they going to lick perfume? Or if they spray the perfume, they go vanish when bandits counter them. The thing is just, you don't even know the one to face. Is it economy? Is it insecurity? Is it Naira? I was in Cotonou last week. I went to POS. I told the lady, I speak the small French right now. I tell the lady, say 1,000, how much? Say 1,000, 400 sefa. For 1,000 naira.
Say what?
1,000 naira, 400 sefa in exchange. So the thing is just, see, you don't even know what to face. If you are talking about this one will spring up. You're talking about this one will spring up. If you want to talk, people will come and say, they will put in, you are a Christian, you are a Muslim. But that is not the issue. That is not what we are here for. We have to save this country first before we begin to identify ourselves with our religion and our, what you call it, our political parties. There must be a country first. If you hit the streets, there will be counter protests. They'll give them 10,000. How do we go about these things? It's confusing. It's not even about the APC guys anymore. It's about you that loves Nigeria. It's about what are we going to do to save this country? Because as far as I'm concerned, Saddam will keep opening space, discussing these things, and more will be happening. Thank you very much.
All right, thank you very much, General. I actually can relate to your frustration. So that's I feel. But for me, I just feel, for me, I only had two options. The option was to either hibernate, like I said yesterday, like just totally shut Nigeria off my head, or to at least try to still be active. And I feel like if I was telling some people yesterday, if we all go back into hibernation, if at any point Nigeria gets close to getting ready, it will take a long time to remobilize ourselves. Some of us know how long it took for the obedient movement. I mean, it took like a whole year. Some of us that know ourselves now didn't know ourselves as of June 2022. So it took a long time to identify, because we needed to first identify that, oh, this person thinks like me. This person knows the problem. I know the problem. So it's why it's important for us to keep talking. But one thing I will not accept from you is perfume sharing slander. That perfume was very relevant for APC supporters. I mean, we can't be dealing with economic issues and insecurity and be dealing with body odor in Nigeria. Those APC supporters needed that perfume. It should have just added soap. I think that those are very important items for APC. It did not share it for Nigeria, it shared it for APC supporters. That is a very serious need. At least, congratulations to those in Lagos, in Surulere. Congratulations to you. For at least 1 week or two, you don't have to deal with body odor. Congratulations. All right, over to you.
Thank you very much, well-meaning. Greetings to everyone. Greetings to my fellow obedient, well-meaning Nigerians all over the world. Thank you for giving me this opportunity. Since we're on the topic of currencies, Cameroon is 4-1 for Nigeria, right? 400 CFA, as the guy said, right? And I heard that yesterday, and I wasn't surprised because it's going to keep going down. We have not even tasted it. Say Agbado was licking microphone. Hey! The ones when Nigerians go leak, if they see microphone, may they thank them, may they go they do Thanksgiving for church. They go see tissue paper for ground, they go call them money. The craze when they come that country, we have not even begun to even visualize or even think it, to be honest. There's madness going on in Nigeria right now. Well, on this topic of the hypocrisy, Nigeria's situation is so mind-boggling. It's disturbing. On the one hand, you're trying to talk about solutions. Let's all come together. Let's have the necessary tools so we can resist. As you're saying that, other people are saying, Abego, we know how to deal with our problems. This is not a Southeast. As soon as you mention it, they just immediately tag you. I was having a conversation with someone yesterday, and I was saying, as Nigerians, we all need to come together. I don't know how else to say this. We all need to get sense. The people that are being affected need to come together and ensure that we push this back. Do you know the response I got? I beg. You know, I know you, Omo Igbo, that's what you will say. I'm not an Igbo girl, but I take them. I don't kukuma they wear the badge since they don't they tag me. I say kukuma, I be there's no difference with the title rapper. The title rapper where I come from, the title rapper for Igbo. So we are related. I follow. That's what I was hearing. How do we now fight? Me could not tell me. We are saying, I've heard the argument, everybody should go. And I've been on that table too. I have considered it so many times. Let everybody go their separate ways. But guess what? What we are experiencing and seeing with all these monsters in Nigeria who call themselves politicians, that's what's going to trickle down. I mean, you think they're going to go away? We have Agbadorians all over Nigeria. So if we even say we want to break away, that same mentality of a Miloko, a lot of people will take it, the bigger ones will trample on the little ones. So how do we solve this problem? Okay, let's have tools so that we can fight back. They're saying, I'm hearing argument, oh no, we cannot harm these people. Nigerians, you know, they are very hot-blooded, they are this. Oh, so it is better for them to be dying at the hands of these devils. Instead of them to have something to defend themselves with, let them just kukuma die. That's what is preferred. Do we even listen to ourselves sometimes when we talk? So you are saying that Nigerians, they are incapable of thinking for themselves. My dad had bish in the house. They knew him for that. So people were afraid. The man was a hunter. He liked to hunt. On his weekends, he will go and hunt. So I don't understand it. Because of that one, my papa don't form vigilante for our area before when they were having issues with armed robbers at one time. What are we talking about? So are we going to fold our hands? Let's fold our hands. Let these people come and be doing turn by turn. They will knock on door A, bish, door B, bish. Is that what we want? Is it not better for you to fight, knowing that, okay, either way, all go na go, but we must wrestle this thing together. I know sometimes I go sit down, I go think Nigeria matter, I will come they get headache. I'll never sleep now. I've been having sleepless nights because of Nigeria matter. Sleepless nights. Because I dey think, all these people, when, farmers, all the people for villages, for the small towns where we get for Nigeria, we not get access to anything, even phone, light self, no day. Some communities have not had light in years. How do they know what's going on? How does the message trickle down to them? So Nigeria matter. I say, fuck everyone. I'm your goddamn selves. And we fight to the end. Nobody's getting out alive. Anyway, I yield. Thank you.
All right. Thank you very much. Thank you very much, do you? I guess we're talking on the context of insecurity. We need to ensure you arm yourself against against insecurity. That's very vital. Self-defense is your right in terms of insecurity now. All right, thank you very much. Okay, quickly, I'll take, I think ID, I've been here for a long time, so I'll take ID, then Omar's therapy. I can see your face, I can see you, Chris. Please, in the speaker section, you intend to speak, ensure your hand is up. So if your hand is not up, we would have to pull you down. So sorry. All right, ID, go ahead.
Women in Nigeria, Mr. Mummy Bolanle, and everyone on the space. I greet everyone. I think Nigeria matter, just as the last speaker said, it's really worrisome. And of course,
ID, ID, check properly. I don't know if it's your microphone. There's a sound. Try again. Let's see.
okay, is it better now?
Yeah, okay.
Okay, all right, because of my earpiece. So I think we must, of course, understand the root cause, which has to do with leadership. And the more reason, most of us were really concerned, some months back, and important that we get it right in terms of leadership. But today, we are not getting any better, and we are in for a long ride. Because if you check the economic metrics, even from what analysts and experts forecast, I don't think the falling and rising of Naira is going to stop anytime soon. And the reason is we have people that are in corridors of power with no political will to, do some needful things that would have helped to salvage the economic situation. And we are also in for some persons that are made it a point of duty to be spreading propaganda. I was just in the space, the cable space, this evening, and one of these APC members, was coming to, I see it as gaslighting, saying that the cause of insecurity, the cause of economic problem in the country, that he's going to blame Nigerians because he believed that some people are hoarding dollars. They are the reason for the economy not to grow. And he was shining away from the fact that, this bug of blame lies in the hands of the government, because, of course, the government should have a set of standard by which people follow. So if a thief is being caught and then the thief is not being prosecuted and is being set free, is the same thief not going to go back and continue in the crime because he find it as a safer option for him, to continue in that act. So I think the government of the day, I'm not sure they are ready to, solve the economic problem that we are facing. And it's because they see it as a way of the benefit, of course, from it. We know that today, most of these guys, they transact even in dollars. So if you don't even have faith in your in your currency, which is Naira, then I don't think we will have a solution to our problem as a nation. So my advice for us, as I always say, is that we should, of course, try to control our resources. And it's important right now that we also have that culture of management. So much I agree with Mr. Peter Obi when, of course, he talks more about cutting, the cost of governance, but the government are not ready to cut the cost of governance. On our own part, we must look for alternative by which we can, of course, live and not just exist in this current economic situation in the country. Thank you, women in Nigeria.
All right. Thank you. Yeah, all right. Thank you very much, ID, for that submission. Okay, quickly, I'll take Omar's therapy, then I'll come to Office of the Nigerian Citizen and Chris. Dr. Barry, I can see you.
Good evening, MS Saddam, well-meaning. Good evening, Mommy Bolanle, and all the well-meaning Nigerians in space. To the topic, Tinubu economic disaster. I mean, for you to be an authority on something, you have to be either qualified by educational qualifications or certifications or experience. Now, Tinubu doesn't have any. No educational qualifications, no experience whatsoever. Like, what genuine or credible businesses has he built or managed? I don't mean the drug business, right? Like, so what are we really expecting him to do? You can't give what you don't have. The guy clearly doesn't have any. He doesn't have nothing. Okay, he has ideas. And people said, oh, that we're waiting for him to bring from his wealth of ideas and all. Ideas is relative, oh, because there are good ideas and there are bad ideas. And you are waiting for him to. He has been giving us his ideas. That's what's currently running. All the stupid ideas, all the ideas that don't make sense, nothing. That's what he's been giving you. So I don't know when people talk about, oh, he's going to give ideas, I don't know what people are expecting. And then this oneness hypocrisy is really hypocrisy, because I innocently entered the space. They taught that space the killing of the monarchs, right, and the abducted children. So I entered, and the things I heard from that space, these runners, I didn't hear them hold the illegitimate government of the day accountable for the insecurity that is happening in Nigeria. I was hearing strange terms like the problem is not really the Fulani headsmen, is not them. It is I had strange terms like European Yoruba. Please, which one is European Yoruba? I heard it for the first time. That is the European Yorubas and the European Igbos, plus the Yoruba Nation and IPOB, that, this was happening in IPOB, that they will be killing people amongst themselves and they want to target that is. And so the European Yorubas, you've been held, accountable, and the European Igbos too. They say you are the reason for it. The killings, the insecurity. And someone had the guts to end with, God bless Bola Ahmed Tinubu, God bless Nigeria on your mandate, we shall stand. Another one said there is probably the European Yorubas that want some money, and after that they should not worry, ransom will be paid and the kids will be released. And I asked the question, I'm like, do you know, have you ever, I'm a therapist, have you ever counseled a child who was raped before? If you have ever done it, I counsel these children, I literally get sick, because some of them may never be able to live normal lives again. Can you imagine what they may be doing to those Ekiti boys right now? Can you imagine what they may be doing to them, or what they are doing to them? And you're comfortable with, oh, we'll just pay money and bring them back. You're bringing them back in what state? What is their mental, their psychological state? What their emotional state? How are you bringing them back? Some of them will never live normal lives again. And you think it's that easy? We just pay money and we bring them back to live what kind of life? So these people never cease to amaze me. They apportion the blames. Of course, we've heard here about the political police have come with their own. Their own is political topography. They've, said that is the one that is responsible for the insecurity. Why these runners came up with is the European Yorubas and wow. I mean, when we cannot even speak up about the causes of the evil that is happening in this nation, how do we solve it? Just tell me how. I yield. Thank you.
All right, thank you very much, Omas Therapy. I was thinking, I thought Mommy B. Mommy B, I think Mommy B is European Yoruba.
Yeah, now them they cut on. Mommy B is the cut on.
Hey.
European, you say on our phone, people is going to speak Yoruba with accent. You're not going to give them for Yoruba. You are not cause bandits. Don't go.
People will get it for this country. So these are
See, I swear, what Bishop Oyedepo said last year, say the amount of people that will vote for Tinubu is the amount of people that are mentally, that in the mental, that are in the mental hospital in Nigeria. I swear to God, that thing is real. These people are mad. People that do all these therapies. In Nigeria, we don't understand this. What therapies? They work with therapy. We don't know that there are people that are really mad. Mental health. We don't take mental health serious in Nigeria. We feel like on a cruise. Now, normal thing. Many people don't mad finish. How do you conceive
No,
perspective say?
they assume that it's the ones that are on the street that don't begin pull clots. Now, those are the ones they think are mad, right? They don't know that, in fact, those that are those that are actually wearing clothes that seem sane, that are one incident away from killing someone, and then for Nigeria. Because we don't deal with mental health. Most people are traumatized by everything that's going on, and they keep on trying to suppress. When people start to erupt.
Let me just play this 21 seconds clip for you to understand when I say many of these guys are truly mad. And we that are saying and we understand this, but they don't even know. Please listen to this man.
If we lend ourselves to innovation, we can create wonders. Here is a successful again, a town hall different from Blue, Gulaba.
Then they clap. Then for that hall, they clap for them. Who is, as in, any person where they, as in, if your brain is correct, you hear an innovation to a successful town hall. There is no correlation, and then it ends with blue. There's no correlation from A to Z. You heard all these things, and you said, and you see them need to come out on space and defend him. No, he was trying to say, we are dealing with mad people in that country, unfortunately, but that's where we are. Well, Nigeria, please, back to you.
Yes, Yeah, it's a successful again. A town hall. Different. Hey, God. Voila. Office of the Nigerian Citizen. Please go ahead, 3 minutes.
Oh, now, why you play that clip now? But that's not that clip now. I've been playing that clip on repeat just to have a laugh over the last few days. A town hall, different. See, Nigeria has an imbecile in Aso Rock, somebody. And and people are running head over heels just to keep the imbecile in power. I wasn't even willing to even speak today until well-meaning played that video. Was it Masalam that played that video of Olumuyiwa Adejobi when he mentioned the topography thing? Like, what is that? So now the problem of Nigeria is topography. Now you probably, the one that kind of made me think was, look at how he drew a line between Lagos and Delta with water. I'm not sure people even realize what he was trying to portray from that point. These guys are willing to deflect every single security problem and always look for a way to point to a common enemy. It did not start today. You remember when in Abuja, when this co-kidnapping thing started and the Chinaza Phillips Monica came because people were looking for a common enemy. The day that Nabiha's father came and said what he said about the identity of the guys that kidnapped his family, that propaganda died. I'm very, very happy for social media. I'm very happy you're in social media at this point where you cannot tribalize the criminality in Nigeria. I'm very glad we are. If this was the 60s where we did not have social media, things would have been a lot different. We would have criminalized a particular section of the country and said, oh, the Igbos are the ones that are responsible for these things. When what happened in Ekiti happened, and the guys that escaped came out to come and identify the identity of these foreigners that come into Nigeria to wreak havoc, these terrorist herdsmen
that do not have cows. If they did not say that, even when they even said that, remember, just listen to what Thomas Therapy said. That now they say, oh, it's not Yorubas, it's European Yorubas. For Christ's sake, what is that? Once again, these guys, in support of this imbecile, are looking for a common enemy. It is not the first time it has started. So I'm hoping that Nigerians, my own job right now is just to keep telling everybody who their enemies are. Your enemies, number one, is represented by APC, the terrorist organization, in connivance with the terrorist headsmen trying to wipe out every indigenous Nigerian. You probably don't realize that this is not just the guys in the Middle Belt. These are including the Yorubas, including the Igbos, including everyone that is native to Nigeria. We gladly clear them out until they take over this country. There's an onslaught, there's a jihad that we know is currently happening, and we must brace ourselves. If it requires that we arm ourselves to the teeth to get it happening, like Babati will say, take your exercise very seriously. And that means in fact that brings me to saying that I strongly support the motion to arm yourselves. What's that thing called? The legal civilian bearing of arms. Yes, that's the word. Some people will say that it's going to cause anarchy. There is already anarchy. There is no worse anarchy than we already currently have. So please, as much as possible, I think I'll just round up at this point. Thank you very much for the opportunity to speak. And I see everybody. Please, someone should call you, see Maxwell back. I've not seen him in a while. Thank you.
Yeah, okay. Thank you very much. No, for Easy Maxwell is doing fine. Easy Maxwell, we want him not to go and study law, to just forget. But at least he can still practice his law maybe outside Nigeria. So he wants to just finish what he started in Nigeria so that he can go on. So, but I mean, generally, he's doing okay. He's doing fine. And I liked the point you said. I think I want to emphasize for everybody. Everybody should know. And I think that's what Vawulence space or spaces generally should be about now. It's really to equip us with enough to point those that are unaware to who their enemies are. I think that's like, for me, that's what that's the least everybody should be doing in Nigeria. Is the very least. If you say we are doing nothing, we should come out. I think the very least you can do is to be pointing any Nigerian that you come across every day to who the enemies are in an emphatic way. No, it's not a regular, our leader, they steal our money. No. As in, God, radicalize, let them know the extent. Let them hear billions. Let them hear it. So that over time, when it begins to sink in everybody's head, people will know the dangerous point they are in. So that everybody points everybody to who the enemies. APC is very easy to call. Chris, let's have you, bro.
Yeah, thank you, my brother. Hello, everyone on the space. Tinubu economic disaster. Yeah, I'm laughing in Mandarin and in Valeria because we never even reached the disaster. It's still ahead. And these people are doing everything they said they'll do. And let us not forget that he said he would widen the tax net. That's still there come. So Nigerians, brace up, brace up yourself. The tax net has not even been casted. So we never even hit disaster. Still ahead. Anyways, very quickly. So social media, this space, right? Especially here on X, it's probably the only form of media that they are unable to gag, right? Even with all the social media urchins on their payroll, like all over the world, right? They hate it that we still have it going on social media. They think they pepper them, there's nothing they can do about it. They wish they had something they could do about it, but that's why I want to encourage everyone to, just press the pedal to the metal, like full throttle. No grief for anybody here, where you live for school, anywhere, even here on X, no grief for anybody. Continue to press. If there is anything on your mind to post, to continue to call them out and to continue to annoy them some more, please post it. Don't wait thinking that, someone else would post something. Just post, no matter how small. And whilst you are at it, don't forget that Tinubu is a certificate forger. Now, mandate thief, identity thief, perjurer, drug addict, drug trafficker, criminal, in fact, murderer self. Don't forget while you're at it. Continue to put it out there on X. Yeah, and in that light, I want to remind us that February 25th is around the corner. And then we spoke about it the last space here on violence space that we would like all of us to, remind the world what happened February 25th, especially the fact that that's the day, arguably the day that democracy died in Nigeria. So I would like a situation where once it's out, we all have the graphic up as our profile picture here on Next. Let the world ask what is going on. I know some of us will be fine boys, fine girls, fine men and women, one shot our pictures and stuff, yeah, but just for a day at least. February 25th. I've been trying, someone asked after using my if his is okay, it's a bit under the weather as well. So that's why he's my plug when it comes to graphics, right? So he's not been able to, knock something together for me. That's why we've not, have one prepped up. But I was just on my own. Don't think I do graphics. Like, if I don't get correct drawn Photoshop on my laptop again, so I used publisher to just do this one. It's on my DP, but it's not as good as I would like it. But I'm hoping that when UCMAS gets one done, that's something that we would all like to use. So put
Yeah.
at the back of your mind, February 25th. Thank you, UC. And thank you, Dominic.
Yeah, all right. Thank you very much, Chris. I'm sure a lot of, in fact, people don't cook already. People are already, and I think it's something that we run through the entire month. We need to let the world know how we got. Let's first of all remind ourselves and also let the world know how we got where we are. All right, Barrister, say Barrister, Dr. Barrister Barry. Dr. Barry, please go ahead. 3 minutes.
Yeah, thank you. 1 minute. Mommy B. Saddam. Where's Jimmy? Jimmy. Oh boy. All these Agbado people, they don't rest small for Jimmy Wala. Wala. If I just sit down, just dey go through space, violent space, just dey while up my time. I go hear Jimmy voice. I go say, Kai, my voice do all the way from Chicago. In fact, I tell you, all these Agbado people, they go say, where this guy when they deal with us, even them too, they go not come say, the heat just calm down, but they don't know say na repackaging. When we go come again, these Agbado people they go hear around. Thank you so much, Violence Space, for making my violence sell. Because actually, me, I be violent person already. Violent, no be violent to kill. Violent. I just get the spirit of violence when it comes to good governance, quality leadership. Omega X, baby. Correct. On brother, Alpha. Mommy G, Mommy Juliet, I dey greet you well. We be like say my own here, and I just dey greet you. I come up for the line. Real ever best. If I catch you for Abuja, you go know something. She go say, Alpha, everybody. I greet everyone so much, and I thank God that you guys are all well. Thank
Yeah.
you, my sister. I can see you. What's her name again? Oma Therapy. I beg me, they don't rape me. Nigeria don't rape me. I beg, can't give me therapy.
Right. Thank you very much, Dr. Barry. Anyway, thank you very much, Dr. Barry, for that shout out. For those shout out to people, just go give shout out. Anyway, I think that's you probably started ahead of Saddam. I think that's a fair place to actually, and no, it's not a fair place. It's a manageable place to actually draw the curtain of the space. Saddam had said it earlier, and it's actually we need to. There's a lot that needs to be done. So for those that are just joining, let me add my voice to Saddam's voice to emphasize it. Violence Space now starts at 8 p.m. and ends at 11. So we are currently even kind of behind schedule. We just want to get as many people to really add their voice. It's really not about how sophisticated you sound. I can see a couple of people still requesting Apologies if we are not able to bring you up or we can't bring you up. Someone people that requesting. And they really close my eye. I don't want to look come. I don't want to look come because then you'll be my God. If you go, if you go drag me for my DM. So apologies if we can't bring you up. So please, if going forward, just try to have it at the back of your mind, the time. And if you really want to say something, like today, I really wanted to, Malam Jabri, I know you're around. I can see you, but we are running out of time. So please, on Tuesday next week, I really want to hear from you on the food situation. Let people understand how hungry, so that maybe they'll start to buy food ahead now if they can save. There's no money. But like I was saying earlier on the space, I want someone like Malam Jabri who goes to farm to tell you, oh, last year I was going to have harvested this. This year, from the look of things, I will not be able to harvest this. So that you can do it. So that may not be like saying people just there, they don't like Tinubu, now why they just there, they just want, they don't just like him, not mind them. They're talking a lot. Everything that we say is like, it's fact based, and it's not even. It's really because we want to face reality. We want people to know the level of mess we are in, so that we can also solve this mess. So thanks for joining the space today. Thanks I enjoyed today's space actually. I think we're able to get a good number of speakers, because I'm always concerned about the fact that within that little time, maybe it might, but today we're able to get good number of speakers, seasoned speakers, people that made a lot of sense as usual. So hopefully on Tuesday next week we'll get more listeners, more speakers as well. So please try to come early, request the mic early, and save us by making your submission as short as possible.
All right, thank you very much, my brother in Nigeria. Guys, thank you very much. And we've come to the end of on that space. Sorry, very, very much sorry for all of those that could not come up to speak. I see many of my favorites came up here, but as we say on this place, we have to be, when we say time discipline, we have to be time discipline going forward this year. That exercises we had last year, we can't do it this year. We also have lives to live, and time is money, and we can't give that time this year, honestly speaking. So please, we have pegged these spaces from 8 p.m. Nigerian time to 8 p.m. Nigerian time to 11. And if you cannot make it that time, unfortunately, we cannot continue this space. So, guys, thank you very much. You have come to the end of Under Vawulence space. We'll be back here next week. As always, in Nigeria matter, they finish. Nigerian wahala, they finish. We'll be back here next week.
Emir Saddam, sorry, no vex. 2 seconds. People, why are you not following parallel facts? I am shocked that we are still not at 100,000 followers. Now they beg you. I mean, like good news. Okay, you've had your access to it. Let other people have access to the same news. Help follow the platform, please. By the time we come back on Tuesday, let us have reached 100,000, please. That's all I wanted to say. Thank you.
Thank you very much, man. You guys heard it. Please, guys, follow, push parent facts as much as possible. You heard them, Shetima come out today to cry that the only problem they have is people on social media crying and celebrating Nigeria. They know how much of a menace you guys are on social media. I say this all the time. We don't even know what we have. We underestimate the power of what we have. And also, I will say this, please. We are the names of fools that people should not, that obedience know right now. Those same fools that you all know should be people that you should not engage with. When you see them tweet, when they make tweets, don't just whatever, no matter how triggering their tweets are, please do not engage these people. I don't understand why many of us don't understand these things. You have no business defending P2B at this point in time. You have no business defending. Let them say P2B will never be president. P2B with this. P2B. It is not your business. The reality at stake is that Nigeria is currently crumbling. And these freaking criminals will do everything possible to make sure that we don't discuss about Nigeria's current situation. P2B is big enough to handle himself. He will always come at it, except it is something that we all know, okay, is coming from probably their top echelons. Then you can go down there. But when you look at all these freaking Vuvuzela boys, these Hallelujah boys, I know that all they're using you guys for is engagement, and you get triggered by whatever they say about P2B, then you still don't understand the plot. Nigeria is sinking every single day. And the more you talk less about Tinubu, the better for them. So it is important we talk more every single day. Forget these guys. We have I so thank God for Harry in this movement. We have a one-man squad that he's even, you know, they see what Harry they do. Leave that one for Harry. You guys to focus on making sure we amplify how disastrous the man in Aso Rock is. It is very, very, very important, brothers and sisters. Thank you, guys. Please, we'll be back again, hopefully, next week, Tuesday. For those that could not come up to speak today, I beg no vex. As I've always said, we are trying to make sure this space is done in maximum 3 hours. And in the space of 3 hours, we are done and we're out of here. As we always say, Nigeria Matan, they finish. I will be back on Tuesday to discuss. And I see all of our beautiful people on the platform. Thank you, Mama Bolandi. Thank you, my brother, Women Nigeria. Thank you. I see you, my brother, General Snow. Chigozie, good to have you here. Sheun L. Modern name, Seth. Malam Jabir, good to have you. Sarah Ibrahim, Barrister Juliet, Real Ever Best. Sorry for coming late. You really have myself. I don't give my mind. Look at my son to take B. Omega XD, Sweet Angel of the Real Ever Best. Let me hear Sweet Angel for you. Sweet Angel, Real Ever Best wanted to come and hail you, but I did not give him mic. Yes. Thank you very much, Anka Dede, Honorable Adachi for Ekena, Mama Dogo, I see you. Thank you very much. God's Will for Nigeria, Polonium, Color Day, Niger Exchange, Obina, Oluwadamilari, Captain Jamil, my big bro. Thank you for joining us today. Dr. Mrs. Mary White, Joe Obedient, B Rookie, Rhoda Sanda, Cindy Gold, Gladys, Incoming Virus, Odun Tutu, Lamidi, Tony, Fetch, Osem, was good to have you here. Amodaril, Jack, Rookie, SIM card, Stella, good to have you, ma. Emmanuel, Ajali, Duchess, Mike, Ken, Balactic, Dan, Chimezie, Health is Wealth, LVG, the God, I see you, my brother, Dr. Talata, Pelumi, my bro, how you doing? Thank you so much, guys. I can't call all the names, but from my side, it's all love and light. We'll be back, hopefully, God's willing, on Tuesday. Same station, same time. As always say on this platform, we do this for God and for country. And please get ready with your polling unit results. As we prepare them this February, let us remind Nigerians and the world who Nigerians truly came out to vote for. God bless you all and stay safe.